Beat me again.
What was that?
We raced for sips at the beginning of the show.
Oh, I hate it.
Brett always beats me.
I'm quick on the draw.
He is. He's real quick on the draw.
Draw McGraw.
Yeah, he beats me every time. I even tried to cheat last week, and he still beat me.
I love you two so much. You're such a dorks, and I love it.
We're such a dorks.
You're such a dorks.
Welcome to We Need Wrestling.
With your Croatian accent.
I'm DJ. That's Brett. And for the last time...
Ever.
Not ever. Maybe not even the last time in 2024. But I can only promise the last time until 2025. The Royal Rumbler herself, Michelle.
I was going to say it's the last time in January, but today's officially
February,
not January anymore.
Right. Yep. January
was just
right. And when this drops, it'll be
completed.
February the 2nd.
2-2, baby.
It'll be Groundhog's Day. So
Yeah.
Or Groundhog Day. Is it hogs or hog?
It's just
No,
the
just
one.
the
It's
one.
just the one hog.
It's just the one.
It's just the one hog.
That's right.
The whole hog.
And it's not his day. It's our day.
Oh, jeez. All right, we're getting deep.
Okay.
So Michelle's here to join us because she did kind of sort of watch the Royal Rumble this weekend.
a little bit, sort
A
of.
little bit.
Some of it.
Her legal obligation. Michelle, you should be very thankful that we don't make you rewatch these.
That's true.
On the wheel, because these would be kind of miserable.
But like this year, you did make me rewatch one, so I'll be grateful for nothing because who knows what's going into the wheel next
No,
year.
Nothing.
I won't. Mm-mm.
No, the wheel doesn't get added to now.
Nope.
Since you started doing these, the wheel doesn't get added
23 and
What if-
24 are not on the wheel.
What if that app goes out of business and you got to start a new
I'll
wheel?
I'll make my own. I love wheels.
You do. He's the wheel king.
Okay, I love a custom wheel.
That's right.
Should we build our own wheel app?
Yeah.
Should we just build a physical
Let's
wheel?
just get a wheel.
With
You guys
more
want to get a
clicking?
wheel?
You can buy them. We had one at the cigar joint when I worked for like giveaways and shit, and I like designed all the little things for it. You just slide pieces of paper in, and and you can have a wheel. It goes tick 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 tick. Tick. Yeah.
That's one of my dreams.
That was
is to
like
own a
on your
wheel.
anniversary. You got to spin the wheel, and you won things instead of getting like a bonus.
Instead of getting a bonus or a
You
raise.
yeah,
Yes,
I
thank
got
you.
I got a Google. The Chromecast was on that,
I mean, that's kind of sick.
right. I also got like a $50 gift card to Zappos, but also a spot is like an online shoe store.
I don't think we used it.
No, we didn't. But then the one spot
waiting for?
the one spot on the wheel was you got to clean up after the Christmas party that year.
How is that like a reward?
Because they put a fucking stinker on there.
Oh, it's
to
like
be funny.
like a whammy.
Yeah, like
what
a
was that
whammy,
show
a
with the
pressure
no
lock.
whammies?
I'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm not
They
doing
let you.
that.
They let you
quit.
respin.
I'd quit.
But
Yeah.
it was like $50 to $100.
quit.
I'd be like, I
$150
don't
worth of
get
stuff.
paid enough for this
Yeah.
shit. And I'd
There was
leave.
like free PTO. Like they'd give you like an extra day or two of
okay.
PTO on there.
That's not bad.
That's
no,
all right.
that's not bad.
It was all right. I mean, for a business that just gave out the standard like 2-3% raises every year, it was all right.
Yeah. I
Whatever.
mean, hey, a couple extra days off,
Yeah.
paid, nothing wrong with that.
They were definitely one of those companies that's like,
We're
oh,
family.
our
Yeah.
turnover's at 70%. We better buy pizza.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I like how that's become like the running gag.
When they sent us back in, this is welcome to the
What's that?
workplace.
What's that? You guys want money?
Yeah.
How about a pizza party
Right.
instead?
When they sent us back in the office in the middle of COVID, where people were popping off with COVID still every other day, they were like, "Well, just to
I remember
to
that.
not have people clutter in the break rooms, we're going to do a pizza party every day because you guys have to be back in the office, and we'll just dismiss people by room, so not everybody's like joining up around the pizza places." And then I got in trouble for telling somebody via Teams that I will not line up with these heathens who aren't vaccinated.
It's true.
at an office.
That's crazy.
And they put up like the plastic shielding between the desks and shit.
A pizza party every day?
They bought lunch every
That's
day to try and make up for
ridiculous.
everybody who was so fucking miserable for
had
having
a-
to be sent back in because we were all doing our jobs just fine from home.
You should have had like a bone-in pork chop party
Ooh,
or
I
something.
like it. You got pork chops on the mind.
Dude, the pork chop I had the other night
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah, but where was that place? That was Downpour.
Downpour.
They had like umbrellas on the ceiling.
Yo, that's really cool in there. I've
Yeah.
never been in that back room. Have you been
Is
in
that
the back
Bart and
room?
Irby's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been in the back room,
Is
Michelle?
it the back room? Was that the back room where we saw Vein
Yeah,
and
that was
shit?
the other
Other
side.
side,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's where it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
You have to walk through the outside patio to get back there still?
No, they like knocked down the
Super
wall and
interesting
everything.
for wrestling fans right now.
Yeah, but it's great. Like,
All right.
it's so cool. You guys should go there. You guys should go there on a date.
Ooh,
Valentine's Day is coming up.
it's true.
Should we go?
You really should. I mean, you don't have to go Valentine's Day.
We'll
Just go
dress up
whenever.
like Randy, Macho Man, Savage, and Miss Elizabeth. Wait, were they together?
So what are we doing?
Don't tempt
What are
him.
we
Did
doing?
you see how happy he got?
Yeah, what are we doing? What's happening? I
dressed
zoned
up-
out for a second.
And then we're gonna go out on a date.
For Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna dress up as Liz, and you're gonna dress up
Yeah.
as Savage.
Okay. And then
You're gonna have the white
And then on
cowboy
the way,
hat, with big
on the
feather.
way home, you could snap into a Slim Jim, have a heart attack, and crash us into a tree.
Wow,
Wow.
that's real sad, Michelle.
I was gonna
got
say-
sad.
I was going to say at the end of dinner, I'll get down on one knee and I'll say, Miss Elizabeth,
will you
marry me? Marry me.
And then you'll respond, "Oh yeah."
Because that's what actually happened. And then I'll lock you in a closet and blame Hulk Hogan for our breakup.
Because you had lust in your eyes.
That's right. Both on
I
screen
can't
and
believe
in
you
real
made a
life.
death joke.
Yeah,
Sorry.
about Macho Man
I
Randy
thought it-
Savage.
Sad.
It's too soon. I thought it had
Yes.
been long
Yeah,
enough.
too soon. Yeah.
I thought there was enough time in between.
You are,
us.
in fact,
I'm
not a
saying
perfect
that-
friend until the very
I'm
end.
not saying that he should have died. I'm just saying he did die.
Well,
It did, in fact, happen.
Speaking of people who should die, let's get into the news of this week.
Jesus Christ.
So we have Michelle here.
Spoiler alert, it's not me.
We have the Royal Rumble to talk about, which we're going to do before we get anything else, so Michelle can get out of here because she does not want to be on this whole show.
She
Even
is
though
already
I
over
offered-
this bullshit.
I offered to let her come on and give her opinions on Nakajima and Takeshita versus Naruki Doi, but
Yeah.
she said she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to make us look like classless fools, so she just wants to talk about the Rumble.
I
But
respect you, Michelle.
I didn't understand any of what you just said. But
That's
you
fine.
guys talk for 5 hours on this show.
incorrect.
It's not true.
It's so long.
Sometimes 3.
Sometimes, well, when you're on, it's 3.
Yeah.
But usually just 2.
I wouldn't want to listen to me for 3 hours.
As Tim said the one time, what the fuck is this between the sheets?
Right.
That reminds me, Tim.
Does Tim have a question?
I didn't.
You don't know? Coincidentally, when I'm editing the shows, the last 2 or 3 episodes, the split to you for your Royal Rumble part, Michelle, was 30 seconds off only from each show. So you and I have this down where just we know how to get to the point we want to be at. We hit a number and we're good, because it was every time we cut to her over the last month, it was at the 2 hours and 4 minute mark, give or take a minute or two. It's really it was very insane. But anyway, the news, we have Michelle here. We want her
Does
2
Tim
cents.
have a question for me?
No, he's a question for us. Do you want to answer the Timsy question of the week? Also, we can throw that in the front of the show. Sorry, the T and MZ show question of the week.
Yeah. I gotta include both of them.
Yeah, we not only, so you don't know, not only did I ruin Tim's life by making Timsy catch on, that he had to embrace it.
Old Timsy.
But yeah, he sends a question every week that now it's from both gentlemen from.
Now there may
Federal
not
Place.
now there may not be a question of the week because I just remembered.
Oh no! Do you usually have to ask him?
Sometimes
Oh, Timsy let us down.
he might not have yet.
Oh, okay. Did you just text him now?
Both him and
Okay,
Marcus,
all right.
yes.
So,
I would have to call them.
so the news of the week.
Do they want to call in and ask it live? I'm sorry,
Oh,
DJ. I cut
that's
you off.
okay. That'd be hilarious. But the news of last week hasn't necessarily died off. We have the Vince stuff. So Vince, had Slim Jim pulled off. You all right?
Give me a minute.
I think Tim just texted you back.
Marcus said, all right, we have the Marcus question of the week this
Okay.
week.
Okay. So I can't come up with a clever name for him yet. I also respect Marcus. Wow. So,
Oh, that's so
true. I love
mean.
Tim. I love Tim.
I hate that for
Had,
Tim.
had
that you
Slim
just said
Jim
that.
had Slim Jim pulled off last Thursday by the time we recorded?
It happened on Friday.
That happened Friday. They
Yeah.
pulled out. They pulled out Friday.
Yep.
And they were back in on Friday already then.
They came back in on Saturday.
Oh, early Saturday morning. Okay.
So it was about 5
Yeah.
o'clock on Friday. The news came out. Obviously, they've been living under a fucking rock with the Vince McMahon stuff. Slim Jim pulled their sponsorship, put a pause on it.
Yes.
And released a statement saying, we don't stand for what's in this alleged lawsuit, and in the meantime, we're going to pause our sponsorship with World Wrestling Entertainment while we weigh all options to see how everything plays out.
The World Wrestling
And what would they
Federation.
do if they stopped having wrestlers as their marketing? What would they do? Rappers? Is this going to be weird internet rappers they'd have to go to?
Probably. Because the only person I know that eats Slim Jims is your husband.
Yeah,
No,
sometimes
that can't be
they're
the only
disgusting.
person.
I mean, they're disgusting.
They're wonderful.
They have
Slim Jims- you don't like them
1,800
either?
milligrams of sodium.
Yeah, and the
eat,
first ingredient
I
is
could eat
mechanically separated
like
chicken.
a bite.
Oh,
and then
really?
yeah.
Oh, I'll house of Slim Jim. Thin boys, thick boys, the double packs.
The Savage
The
edition.
right, the sad. Not a sad. Here's the. I almost.
Those are all nicknames that DJ has given himself.
I almost got a Savage Edition the other day to try and house that thick motherfucker. But it was like $8, and I was like, listen, I have standards.
Yeah, that's
They
insane.
are fucking expensive. Inflation has hit Slim Jim market in a huge way.
Well, they have to pay for all that wrestling budget, that
True.
wrestling marketing
That's,
budget.
I mean, they had to replace Macho with both LA Knight,
and
and
Belair.
Bianca Belair.
So it was a couple hours later, and I
Yeah.
think it was during SmackDown that
Okay.
night. That's when the official announcement came out. Vince McMahon officially resigned from the board at TKO.
Yes.
He put out a statement saying, "Well, these allegations, I'm going to
Oh, that
fight all
happened
these."
Friday? That's crazy.
Friday night.
That's cuckoo beans.
Yeah, because we were recording Wings on Wings when it happened.
Oh, right, we were.
So
Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock.
yeah, so he said, you know, I'm still going to fight this, blah,
Wings
blah,
on Wings
blah.
are on Tuesdays, sorry.
Yes, on Soon to Be Named
Network.
Network. Soon to Be Named Network.com, Soon to Be Named Network.tumblr.com.
Wingsonwings.podbean.com.
See that? We could do it. So they pulled the sponsorship. Vince stepped down that night.
Yep.
And a couple hours later,
Because other people were knocking on that door, too.
so a report came out that there was another like high end sponsor that
Yeah.
was going to work
Wonder
with
who it
WWE,
was.
but
Yeah,
they
they
backed
decided
out
not
when
to.
everything happened.
Yeah.
So the next
Monster energy drinks, I don't know.
probably.
Yeah.
So the next day, Slim Jim put out the announcement saying, "Okay, we're satisfied with Vince stepping down.
Right.
We're going to redeem our sponsorship,
Yes,
resume
sure.
it. That's the word
Yeah.
I'm looking for." So yeah, Vince
Yeah.
out
And
cannot.
right. Permanent this
back
time.
in.
From what everyone's saying about Ari Emanuel, like that dude is just, he will cut a motherfucker out of his life and his business if it costs him like $1.
You do not fuck with that man's
right.
money.
So
And once the sponsors start
Yeah.
going, they're big red
and
flags.
let's also be clear here. It's not like TKO is exactly this like incredibly progressive, well-meaning company because
Of
they got
course not.
no problem with Dana White and Sean Strickland doing all their shit.
Sure.
Which is fine, whatever. I don't give a shit. That's not what we're here to litigate. But it's not like they're like some like company to be like, oh, what are they doing that? They're very innocent before blah, blah, blah. No, Vince is a fucking problem. And when the Slim Jim money's going to leave, the Slim Jim money's got to go. Michelle, before you fall asleep at the table here, because you're sleepy, thoughts on Vince McMahon? Like him? Love him?
not a fan.
Marry, fuck, kill. Vince
boy.
McMahon, Jimmy Snuka, or
Chris Benoit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna.
How'd you make that darker than I did?
All right, I'll figure this out.
Unalive myself.
Yeah, I'll kill myself, and then
I'll go fuck myself.
and then they could just go marry each other.
All right, good. Well,
Yeah.
good. That's
You certainly don't want to marry Benoit. Anyway, so I mean, he'll take care of the problem himself. But anyway,
This is a problematic line of.
this just went off the rails. This is probably our most controversial episode.
Right.
But
thanks,
for real,
thanks for bringing me on to get canceled with the two of you. I appreciate that.
no, nobody listens to wrestling podcasts,
Jesus.
except for ours.
I thought
So
you just said like 80,000 people downloaded your podcast yesterday or something.
no,
I was like, what happened there? That's
We're
a
rich.
lot.
not a
80,000.
thing I said.
8.
We are at 27,000 lifetime downloads.
Oh, that's cute.
That's a lot.
But it is. We're well above we're in a high percentile of downloads. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Michelle,
thanks, everyone.
Opinion on Vince McMahon.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but beep.
Yeah. Vince McMahon, the whole
opinion on
ordeal.
Vince is that
The whole ordeal.
let's just say I won't be crying for that man when he does die, which will probably be soon.
So here, let me ask you this, Michelle. Speaking of Vince McMahon dying, do you think he dies a natural death, or do you think he dies a suspicious one?
Well, I said the other day.
Get him the fuck out of here.
I said the other day that if he didn't resign, that they were going to
Yeah.
Epstein him. But
Right. Like he just mysteriously mixes pills, the prescription. Oh, the doctor didn't check that his prescriptions wouldn't match up.
Yep.
no,
Or
at this point he's
Somebody
got
put
nothing
fentanyl
else.
on his Viagra, and there we go.
At this point, he's got nothing else like going for him, and like
Except for his billions of dollars.
I mean, well, yeah, he's got billions of dollars, but even
his mansion, his cars.
even rich people have a way of like once their usefulness has run out,
Yes.
it doesn't.
Right.
That's the end of your life, and he's like what 98 years old.
No, Vince is.
I think it's like 70.
Vince McMahon is a
78.
brisk.
He looks terrible.
He's a brisk 104 years old. I'm gonna Google Vince McMahon and get put on the list.
So while all this happened, then today the co-defendant in the lawsuit, Mr. Johnny Ace.
He's 78 years old.
Johnny Ace, John Laurinaitis, his lawyer made a statement. I think somebody like in an interview or somewhat saying, that Mr. Laurinaitis is also a victim in this case.
Oh, fuck you.
And that the truth will come out about the other defendant. So Johnny Ace, selling that motherfucker up a river real quick.
I saw somebody say that Johnny got a lawyer and weighed his options. Do I survive this going against Vince or standing with Vince?
Yeah.
And to give you any sort of idea, it might have been Trevor Dame, but to give you any sort of idea about the shithole that Vince is in, this is maybe the first time ever where it looks like maybe I don't want to side with Vince McMahon and his fucking killer lawyers.
Well, Jerry McDevitt retired.
He
so
sure
he
did.
Doesn't have the killer
that
lawyer
fucking
anymore.
ghoul.
And then the attorney for the plaintiff, I guess, they gave a statement today saying how their inboxes are bombarded with other cases, like people coming out against Vince. Right. So who knows where this is going to go?
The Laurinaitis thing is interesting because this is very fucking dark. And I know that we're making jokes and stuff, but it's very dark. But Laurinaitis is basically hinting at the fact that Vince forced him to do the things that are said.
That's what he's hinting at.
And that it takes it even to a other level. Like, it's already fucking awful and disgusting, right? But then to think that Vince was a guy, and Vince, he would 100% order someone to do those awful things and watch to make sure they did it.
Well, he would in the complaint.
He was also a part of it every time.
In the filing, it had that he would make the plaintiff report back on the encounters and everything that was said. Yeah. He wanted to know and
insane.
Yeah, just
and I said I haven't read it, but the list of gifts and shit that he gave this woman. That Vince gave this woman to keep her fucking quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Brand new cars, $15,000 in Bloomingdale's gift cards. Right. It's crazy,
it's insane. He started spending company money.
Yeah. So Royal Rumble, they said, was officially the first time WWF/WWE had a show without a McMahon.
Incorrect.
When?
Paul McMahon Helmsley.
Well,
Paul McMahon Levesque. He changed his name.
By birth.
Yeah.
Yeah, first time was show without a McMahon.
I heard him and Steph are working it out.
Oh, yeah,
they're going to try and reconcile and work it out over all this. I saw Sean had a presser today, right? Sean was asked the hard questions. Because let's talk about that in the Rumble. Because after the Rumble, Triple H held his presser and bombed miserably.
He did.
And he was sweating big time.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about how happy-go-lucky he was walking in the arena. And when he said he tried to stall, he tried to pivot.
A lot of word vomit.
Yeah. He failed. It was almost as if he didn't think he needed a prepared answer. Or if that's his prepared answer to those fucking questions. He's an idiot. And we all know Hunter's an idiot. Right.
Also, fuck the majority of the journalists, coward.
Right. Three or four people asked the right questions.
Shout out John Alba.
Right.
I'll give credit to Nick Hausman. Give credit to
the last time we're going to say that on the show.
Asking those questions, though.
Absolutely.
Good for them.
But bullshit answers out of Hunter. Just really bad.
I just want to focus on the positives.
Cody handled it really well, shockingly. My buddy Cody Rhodes.
Even Sean handled it kind of well today.
So yeah, Sean got embroiled in some shit today. About the beefcake stuff and talking about Sean and Marty and their drink cocktails. Partying days. The specific drink cocktails in the 80s and 90s that Sean must have paid somebody to revert all those fucking stories to get fucking Ed Leslie to be like, no, I was only kidding.
Yeah.
But every other wrestling show review on the planet has different stories to tell.
That's true.
But Sean, they were grilling Sean and sort of giving him the education he needed to how to answer these questions.
I know, Sean thanked the reporters at the end. He's like, I know that this is tough, and I know you have to ask these questions, and I have to do my best to answer.
Sean's
them.
auditioning to step up in the company,
of course. Yep.
So
there's going to be some openings.
Well, listen, Sean can divide his attention really good.
That's sad. You remember Shawn Michaels, right, Michelle?
What?
You remember Shawn Michaels,
right? Have you
right?
not been listening this whole time?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to be listening? I do know who Shawn Michaels is,
rude.
Yes.
Sexy for Jesus.
He is sexy for Jesus.
So
Do you want to get into the Rumble so Michelle?
Yes, let's
Michelle can say go away.
let's end
I
this.
zoned out a little.
Yeah, let's end this
sorry.
misery.
I thought that I wasn't.
Every
included in
wrestling
that.
podcast,
You're including everything.
You're included in everything.
Yeah.
Every wrestling podcast in the world is rehashing, litigating all this shit.
Sure.
It sucks. We'll talk about it when more news comes up.
Yes, we will.
Will Vince McMahon? Will this ever make it to court? No, I don't think so. I think he's going to cut
It'll be a settlement.
multiple giant fat checks. But who knows? If the details come out and they're provable, this could become a criminal case. I saw some people saying. Will Vince live long enough if this does go to trial? I don't think so. I don't think they'll want him up there.
He'll oh no, it's Jimmy Snuka.
Right.
He'll go that route.
So let's get into the Rumble. Michelle, you don't know the reach and the power that you have from being on this show. The legend that you're creating for yourself
You are the Royal Rumble.
is the Royal Rumbler.
Did everybody just hear me roll my eyes? I think it was out loud.
The oh no, it's Jimmy Snuka from last week.
Making the rounds.
Making the rounds. I have not played your Macho Man impression on the show.
That's probably for the best. It's pretty bad.
It's the
For
best.
anybody who comes in the house, so you want to hear Michelle's Macho Man
It's a
impression.
little bit more Kool-Aid Man than it is.
It's neither.
It's
No,
wonderful.
that's not even true. But the Royal Rumble, Michelle
You're
watched
so mean
it,
to me.
kinda,
I watched some of it.
with Tatum from Wings on Wings.
Yeah.
Who she'll never listen to this, but she talked the big game about coming here tonight and being on this podcast. And then
Way
where
to
is
go,
she? Where is she?
Tatum.
Big Tate's nowhere to be found.
How dare you probably
Right.
hang out with your child?
Right. Teaching him to drive. What
Yeah.
an idiot. So she'll never listen to this. So
Big Tates.
Big Tate's.
Yeah, what a fucking party
So
up here
Joey,
that night.
let's talk a big party. 9 people in total. 10 people maybe. I don't remember.
9, and then
9.
in the gambling we had 10.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
With gambling we had 10. We did a little side action. We did a little Rumble pool action. Michelle, your thoughts. What do you want to talk about from the Royal Rumble?
It was boring. It was I was underwhelmed.
All of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all you. Okay. Good night, Michelle. Nice. Thanks for coming
All right.
on the show.
Yeah, the Women's
for having
Rumble
me.
was the better of the two.
For sure. Yeah.
It was, but it wasn't like it was by far not the best one. It feels like it would have been a really good Royal Rumble 5 years ago,
I can see that.
or maybe 4 years.
It's not an all timer for sure. I liked it. Somehow the WWE managed to have a deeper and more interesting women's division than their men's right now, in a lot of ways.
But it also felt a little like I think for both the men's match and the women's match, but like maybe it's just me. But it felt a lot like people would come out and they were like, "Look, it's Kate who works in the mailroom." Like they were digging deep. There was not enough people.
Mailroom Kate, I like it.
Well, we had Jordan Grace show up.
They had more than 30 bitches to be in this thing.
Yeah.
That's a quote. I can say
I was
that.
going to say, what happened there?
That's a quote. I can say
Watch
it.
out.
I was quoting Michelle.
And I know.
Quote. I could say that. Go back and listen.
Yeah, Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockouts champion, was there.
Yes.
Which was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It got a big pop in the room, I think.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, at least for me and you.
yeah.
All the way from
Doug was happy
from an
about
IWTV taping in like Old Forge, Pennsylvania, wherever the hell that was,
To the Royal Rumble.
to the Royal Rumble in a mere decade. What
Yeah.
a run!
Yeah, good shit. Bailey, obviously,
Right.
won. Team
We
Pam,
all kind of wanted
all the way.
Go Pam.
I didn't want that.
Why?
Who did
What's wrong
you
with-
want to win?
You like Dark Bailey.
I don't like Dark Bailey.
Why don't you like Dark
No,
Bailey?
yeah, I will say Michelle does not like Dark
I
Bailey.
like Sunshine and Lollipops
Yep.
Bailey.
I like all Bailey. I don't discriminate.
Big fan of Pam. She's wonderful.
No, I don't like her.
How dare
No,
I feel like her moment has passed.
this is her moment. She's never won a
Now
Rumble.
it is.
She's never had a.
because they forced us
She never-
all
she
to
never
be
had a
like, have
singles
that
match.
moment again.
She never had a singles match at WrestleMania. This is gonna be your first singles match at WrestleMania.
I have never watched a WrestleMania in my life.
That's
I don't
not
think.
true.
That's a fib.
Yeah,
Have we
you're
watched
lying.
it together?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
Who
I've never watched
did
one
you
in my
want?
life.
Who did you want to win?
Who did I want to win? I'm trying to even think of who was there.
Becky.
There was somebody I wanted to win.
Yeah, you
It
wanted
wasn't-
Becky Lynch.
Well, I always want Becky Lynch to win because, like,
She
Yeah.
rocks. Are you gonna buy her book?
But I feel, did she win a couple of years ago though?
She did.
Yeah.
Like, it's very predictable who they're going to have win because you just take all the people who could win, eliminate those who have won, and then you're like, oh,
That's
we're
not
left
true.
with Bailey.
Cody Rhodes won 2 in a row.
Fuck Cody Rhodes.
Let's go.
So, but who other than Becky then? Who?
Yeah.
Shotzi Blackheart,
Nia Jax,
Natalia, Jade Cargill.
Jade fucking Cargill.
I mean, I don't think that she should have won, but I
Bianca
think that
Belair.
would have been something interesting. Bianca should always win.
Yeah, Bianca's pretty awesome.
We're big fans of Bianca.
Yeah. Oscar.
Asuka.
She should always
Kairi
win.
Sane.
Kairi Sane was
She
in
should
it?
always win.
Yeah. All right.
And she's probably never won.
Nope.
She's too weird.
That's true.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
But she should win.
I agree.
Oscar won, as you can hear,
She
3
won the
weeks
first
ago
one,
on
yeah.
We Need Wrestling. But that's
Go
this
check it
show.
out.
The first Royal Rumbler of 2024.
That's right. Tiffany Stratton showed up.
Yep.
No, I don't even know who that is.
Or
Never heard of her.
what the fuck did Todd refer to him? First said, "Oh, another blonde woman
Yeah.
with big boobs."
Yeah, with perky boobs.
Yeah, perky boobs. He's like
Yeah.
the WWE mold.
Yeah.
And hey, Todd won the in-house pool.
Todd did win
On
the
the
in-house
women's
pool.
Rumble,
Yep,
so-
absolutely.
Good for Todd.
We all kind of knew Bailey was going to be the one. We all hoped anyway.
Yeah, big fans.
But we noticed sort of while watching this one, like the last 7 or 8 contestants in this one were all like actual contenders.
yeah, Liv Morgan came back. She
Right.
returned.
Yep.
Naomi returned, which was
A
fucking
lot of people
awesome.
speculating that Liv was dressed a little bit like Ashley Massaro.
Yeah, some people said that.
That's interesting. But yeah, Naomi returned. Big fan of that. Good for
Yeah,
her. Her and
hell
Jordan
yeah.
Grace had a nice little moment.
That was cool.
Ivy Nile and Jordan Grace had that moment with the suplex that
Yep.
Ivy Nile couldn't quite hold up as straight and narrow as Jordan Grace did. But yeah, I liked the Women's Rumble.
Yeah, I thought
it's
it was
not an
good.
old timer, but I had fun.
It was good.
And these shows are always distorted by the party that's here, and
Yeah.
there's like a nitro party up in here.
It was. It was a fucking party.
It was a party. Partay.
Yeah.
P-A-R-T.
9 people. That's a party.
Because I
You
got
consider
to.
that a party, right? 9 people.
9 people to
In a
party,
house?
Michelle.
I think any amount of people can be a party.
I mean, that's true.
Okay.
We're a party.
We're a party.
Right.
We're a party to a lot of things.
We're a fucking tripod.
Yeah. We're
Sometimes
we're
I'm
not
a party of
we're
one.
We're a disaster. It's
Yeah.
different.
Fuck yeah, Michelle.
So, any other thoughts? Bailey wins. She's going to challenge maybe Rhea?
No. She's going to challenge Io.
Yeah, you think so?
I think what's going to happen...
Damage Control's going to break
Damage Control's
up.
going to turn on Bailey. Uh-huh. Bailey's going to come out of Mania all sunshine and bubbles again. With the wacky waving arm inflatable tube man.
Get her moment as the original Bailey.
Yep.
Okay.
I understood very little of what you just said, but I did understand the part where maybe Bailey will be happy Bailey again.
So Bailey's in a group right now called Damage Control.
Okay.
It's her, Io Sky, which is the one who jumps off cages and trash cans,
Okay.
Asuka,
Okay.
Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai.
Okay.
Io Sky is one of the women's champions. So you win the Rumble, you could challenge either champion at WrestleMania. So what I think is going to happen is Damage Control is going to turn on Bailey because they've been planting the seeds of them turning on her. And then at Mania, you're going to get happy-go-lucky Bailey back.
Oh, okay.
And I know you'll be a big fan of that.
Well, I will like it more than what is happening right now. Yes.
But we love Pam.
Okay.
So, I marked down in my notes here who we had in the Rumble pools. And Michelle, you got hosed in the women's pool. I just want to say that.
Okay.
Who
Who are my picks?
Michin, Roxanne Perez, and Tiffany Stratton.
Stratton was the only one who I would have thought could maybe
And,
win.
you had Becky. So,
Yeah.
that was a
How did
good
I have
shot.
4 people?
Because
You were
3
too
in house
close.
and 1 for the Ad Odds.
Oh, okay.
And then I had Katana Chance, Shotzi Blackheart, and Valhalla.
Not a
And I had
chance in
Kyrie
hell.
in the women's, so not so bad there, I guess. But, yeah.
Let's see. What else was there?
I couldn't tell you about the matches.
Yeah,
honestly.
the men's 4-way Roman, LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton. Listen, I'm a big chicken and rice respecter, and
Sure.
a lot of chicken and rice flying around in that match. But whatever.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's the least exciting Logan Paul match that he's had.
I agree. Yeah,
And that's a shame because Owens is good. I guess Owens had a fractured foot, they said.
Oh, does he?
Did I read that?
I don't know.
That he worked with a fractured foot. But that could be lies. But
Who's Logan Paul? I feel like
he's the guy that went to the
He's
Suicide
the
Forest.
prime drink.
that name was said 85 times.
Yeah, he was like a YouTube guy.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. It sounds like a
became a
brand
wrestler.
of sausage, like
Sure.
morning
Yeah, he had
breakfast, like a Jimmy Dean
That's it,
competitor.
Jimmy
he had a fractured foot. Kevin Owens had a fractured foot and worked that match.
Like,
so.
oh, you want the Jimmy Dean sausage? No, grab me the Logan Paul.
Yeah, he was a YouTuber and like kind of
It's
shitty
like
dude
organic.
who grew up a little bit and then decided he wanted to be a wrestler, and he was naturally gifted athlete.
Oh,
so they
as
liked him a
opposed
lot.
to the normal path of wrestling where you're just a shitty regular person and you decide you want to be a wrestler.
How dare you?
Number one, where do you get off?
Right. Number 2, how dare you?
So the men's rumble, we'll go into
Yes.
that. That was the one where,
Snooze fest.
yeah, not great. Everybody kind of knew, okay, it's going to come down to CM Punk, Cody Rhodes.
And that's the thing is like we say on the show all the time, like, you know, Joe Spost is very famous for saying this, but like sometimes good wrestling writing is the obvious thing, right? If you're telling a good story and it goes to the end that we all want it to go to, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
But this was over telegraphed, partially because like when you sort of look at WWE, the way they've positioned people, it's kind of shallow at the top because of Roman's long run.
See, where I think it's heavy at the top.
Yeah.
It's heavy at the top, shallow in the mid,
Yeah.
in the opening.
Well,
card.
by shallow at the top, I mean like there's nobody conceivably like there's only one like only Cody Rhodes is beating Roman for that belt. So there's no contender
Maybe.
there. You know what I mean? Right. But like
Maybe.
but there's no other contenders there. So like while Sammy is hugely popular in the main eventer, Kevin Owens is the main eventer, all those guys in the 4-way are main eventers. There's a lot of main eventers, but like there's none of those guys are conceivably winning that belt off of Roman except for Cody. Maybe Punk, but that's not what they've been trying to do.
No.
It's gonna be Punk Rollins, probably now at like SummerSlam or whatever. But that was like clearly where they were going. So it made for a little bit of a boring Rumble.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
And you can overcome that stuff because it's not the first time a Rumble winner's been telegraphed.
No.
I just don't think.
Not a lot of star power.
The Rumble has not that they've been bad, but the Rumble has struggled since Pat Patterson died. He was the key.
I think it was the one where Edge came back.
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah, there's been
awesome.
there've been good ones, but like they haven't been consistent. But the Edge one is cool. But block your ears on that show. But
yeah,
she's not.
You heard nothing.
She's not paying attention anymore. She's now
she's
going on
checked
social
out.
media. She's
Yeah.
done. Do you show any opinion? Well, let's send you on your way
Yeah.
since you're close so clearly over it.
I'm listening. I don't remember this Royal Rumble.
Your
at
opinions
all.
on the men's Royal Rumble. You don't remember it. You've never seen it before in your life.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Right, exactly. Thank you. Opinions on the men's Royal Rumble. None, because you don't remember.
Yeah, like I don't really remember it because I wasn't paying too much attention to the men's.
Okay.
I feel like
At this point, you and Tatum had definitely checked out.
Yeah, you were done.
well, it's so boring and it was so long and like I know I've said it before, but like there were too many bitches in that ring. Like get some people out, throw some people over that top rope. I don't understand this whole like very formulaic Royal Rumble thing that they've been doing for the last couple of years where it's like, okay, until person 17, nobody is going to be eliminated. And you just know that's going to happen. Like and then when some like no-name idiot walks out, who was a no-name idiot in this one? Tell me. Give a name.
I don't.
There was that
remember.
one guy who came out and like immediately got thrown out. But like you know it's going to happen because they have 17 people in the ring. And so then some like idiot comes out and you're like, "Oh yeah, he's going to get thrown out immediately."
And then they do the telegraph like, oh, there's a bunch of people and it's getting too crazy. And then somebody comes in and clears house.
Right, like and then some big name comes out at like 18, 19 and just throws a bunch of people out, so that then you kind of get all the
That's
like
funny.
bigger
18
names.
in the men's rumble was Gunther.
Well, so maybe he was one of
That's
the
what you said.
idiots.
You were right.
But like
Austin
then,
Theory, Ludwig Kaiser,
Grayson
Carlito.
Waller.
Yeah.
But then I feel
Karrion
like
Kross.
from 18 on, it's like starting to ramp up to bigger names. So then you have like some bigger names in there, and then you like get those people, and then it's a big triumphant moment when one of your like people who's gonna win throws out the guy from like person 18 who threw everybody else out. Then it's like, oh, he's such a big deal, and somebody eliminated him.
You know what's interesting looking at the lineup here? There's only 7 wrestlers from SmackDown in this Rumble.
Really?
What's SmackDown?
That's
the Friday night show. Yeah. Only 7.
It's just wrestling on Friday nights. Why is this happening?
Well, because 4 guys were in the 4-way.
I guess like the same people who like have Cricket Wireless and eat Slim Jims are watching Friday night wrestling.
I don't have Cricket Wireless. Don't look at me.
Yeah, I don't know.
The sponsors were weird.
Yeah,
Who's got Cricket Wireless?
and Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, men's rumble, not great. Obviously, my dog CM Punk, my poor boy, ends up with a torn triceps.
He does taking it from a double underhook DDT.
Yeah, the way he landed was like his arm just jammed into the mat.
Yep.
Shot up and tore. So
He's having a fragile 40s.
Yeah, poor Phil.
and I get it. I'm having a fragile 40s too. So
you understand?
Me too, and I haven't even gotten there yet.
I hurt my foot.
You dropped the piano on your foot. That's
It
different.
was part of a piano.
And didn't tell anyone.
It was part, and I told DJ.
When you
How
got
many
home
hours
4
later?
hours later.
I had to finish what I was doing.
No,
You should have finished
You
moving
had
the
to
rest
finish
of
the
the piano.
story. That's what you had to do.
Yeah,
huh?
right.
It's part of a piano.
So, Chelly, CM Punk or Cody Rhodes, who would you have rathered?
I think it would have been the smarter move for CM Punk too.
Fucking love
I
it.
agree. I thought Punk was going to win.
I thought he was going to win too. I just think Cody Rhodes is garbage.
Yeah.
I think he's garbage.
Well, Cody Rhodes won
I'm
me
sorry
$50,
to,
so I'm on the narcotic until
yeah, you're
WrestleMania.
real
Sorry to
happy.
Tim who wore Cody Rhodes' shirt to
He's
our house.
right. But Tim, don't apologize to him. He betrayed the Felicia.
He did. Me and Tim got into it yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
We did.
Is that why you didn't send a question this week?
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys aren't on speaking terms
We're
anymore?
not friends
I'm mad at
anymore.
Tim.
Are you really? What'd you get into it for? What
About
happened?
Cody and Punk.
Spill
No,
the tea.
it's not really.
You took
big.
sides.
No, because there was a video that came out because Punk came out on Raw. Now he has a torn triceps, whatever. They showed a clip of him backstage, like him and Cody, like kind of dapping up and hugging, and Punk says to him like, "Yo, finish your story, bro." And I was just like, "Fuck that." I was like, no. I was like, Phil doesn't know what he's doing. He's hurt right now.
Right.
Don't worry
He's
about it.
all hopped up on pills. He has no idea
Yeah,
what's going on.
listen, he's on another planet
Yeah.
right now.
I just remember I remember hearing, because a lot of times like DJ's got wrestling on and I'm like getting ready for bed or whatever I'm doing.
Running, screaming for the hills.
Right. And so I remember hearing a CM Punk, why am I blanking on the word when they talk? Promo. I remember hearing
Bitch
him
fest.
talk the one day, and I mean, I wasn't paying a lot of attention, but I know that he was saying something about Cody Rhodes, like, look at this company, like, they disrespect you. I'm more of the American dream than you are. And he was like, they won't even let you main event this. They won't even give it to you. And so, like, that was just such a good, like, a good moment then to walk into the Royal Rumble and then, like, have Cody Rhodes then lose, because then if he just shows up at WrestleMania and, like, says, especially if CM Punk is hurt and he's like, no, I'm going to fight for this match, like, that would have been cooler.
Michelle just became a card-carrying member of the Felicia.
Right.
I'm so
She's
happy.
in the Northeast
It's not
Pennsylvania
even-
Philharmonic.
Phil.
But it's not even like about CM Punk so much. It was just like that promo
Yeah.
led to him winning over Cody and then having like either a great rematch in WrestleMania or having some other like crazy moment in WrestleMania. Whereas now, especially CM Punk got hurt because every time he enters the ring, he gets hurt. So like, especially now that he's hurt, now it's just like, what, Cody Rhodes just goes in and like wins or loses, that's fucking boring as shit. That's the most boring thing I've ever heard.
Well,
Marcus is smiling ear to ear right now.
So no matter what happened, the Mania was going to be Punk and Rollins and Cody and Roman. Or
Right,
maybe
and,
Rock
like-
and Roman.
Who knows?
But that's the thing, like, why does Cody Rhodes then have to win? Because he was just doing this thing where it was like, oh, your own company disrespects you.
Right.
And then if he goes to WrestleMania and wrestles Roman and beats him, then it's even more triumphant because he's
So
like this underdog.
here's
Now
the
they've just
problem.
made him this lame guy that won Royal Rumble.
So here's the problem. This is a WWE problem, and you bring up a really good point. They are so chronically formulaic that they can't do anything but that, right? When they get to this season, the winner of the Rumble has to challenge for the title
Sure,
at Mania,
of course.
and then the next person in line for the other title wins the Elimination Chamber. They don't even bother really to go beyond that story anymore, because they're just the formula is down, and that's what it's. I mean, look, they're making billions of dollars. They're selling out.
Something's working,
right? So like they don't have to work that hard, sadly.
I know, but it feels like the NFL where like they have the end
Where
that
Patrick Mahomes versus
they
the
have the
Niners
end
every
that they
time?
want figured out before the season even
Let's go
starts.
Mahomes.
Right. Well, you gonna jump on the Taylor Swift conspiracy theory bandwagon here?
Taylor Swift has nothing to do with this conspiracy theory, but you know I hate Roger
The
Goodell.
only-
I don't
that's
even
true.
watch football anymore because Roger
The
Goodell
only
is
team-
fucking douchebag.
The only
Let's
team,
go.
speaking of football sidebar, the only team I would have thought about rooting against the Chiefs,
Detroit.
bungled their fucking chances
did.
by just not playing smart fucking
Analytics,
football.
bro.
Fuck that. Kick
I
a
know.
field goal,
Yeah,
bro.
Kick a field goal.
A different game if you kick those two
Yep,
field goals,
absolutely.
you moron.
Yep.
I would have rooted for the Lions over the Chiefs just because of the story. But there's
Do you want them to finish their story?
I want them to finish the story too. Well, listen, outside of Cody Rhodes winning me $50, I think Punk would have been the right winner for the Rumble anyway. Because it's just, I'm not a member of the Felicia, but the guy definitely has it in his contract that he's going to be main eventing at WrestleMania.
well, if the story's there, the story's there. It doesn't matter
Right.
who it is. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you might
Right.
not be a fan of him, but guess what? If you hate CM Punk
Which I do.
and he wins
doesn't.
Royal Rumble and he's going to WrestleMania to like do some shit, you're going to be like, shit, I got to watch that because I hope he
I just like
loses.
Cody Rhodes more,
Oh,
but CM Punk's
Michelle.
never won me money. So,
Yeah, he won you more than that. He won you happiness.
I also dislike Cody Rhodes more. I can't explain why. The dude's just, his face just bothers me. I don't know. Everything about him, I just don't like him. It's that tattoo is like crooked. It's not even symmetrical. I don't
so
feel
happy.
like, I don't know. I don't have anything nice to say about him.
Like, listen, as a person, I don't mind him as a character. It just does nothing for me.
No, and like that's the thing. He might be a nice person or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this isn't real life. I'm
Even
not
as a
saying
person, he's kind of.
I'm not saying like Cody Rhodes the human,
he's
but like
really good to Brody Lee's family.
Yeah, and like he does a lot of cool things.
But, like,
Even with
you're-
the fans, he does some cool things. But
But your dad is Dusty Rhodes, who like I don't have that many opinions about, but my husband has him tattooed on his arm.
Death Rap Baby.
That's right.
and then
Dad,
Cody
yeah.
Rhodes.
So you're gonna
Like,
get Cody
that's
Rhodes
what you're
tattooed on
going
your
with?
arm?
No,
Why not?
no,
Oh, no, don't do that.
no. He's the Rhodes family, least favorite member of the Rhodes family.
That's a fact.
I'm trying to find that picture of you as Cody Rhodes, but I don't remember when we did that.
That was WrestleMania last year, so it'd be beginning of April.
Yeah,
Well,
beginning of
with the
April.
With
That's
the
right.
filter.
Snapchat filter. It's
With the
best.
filter, I was Cody Rhodes, pointing to my tattoo, my sweet neck tattoo,
With your sweet blonde hair.
my sweet neck tat.
But yeah, I agree. Men's Rumble, not great. I don't think anybody's really going to talk about it in years to come.
I can't even
Not at
name
all.
a single person who was in that match other than CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. I don't remember a
Gunther.
single other person.
My sweet baby Gunther, my baby boy.
I remember it started with two people that I
It was the
do
Usos.
not know.
It was the Usos because they were twins and they were face to face.
Two people you've never seen before, huh?
I don't think I've ever seen them before.
Eat.
I'm not sure they've ever seen each other before.
I think they have. They might have. Any final
I
thoughts
can't
on the
find the
Rumble?
picture.
Anything? Any final thoughts on anything?
Final thoughts before you exit, Joe. Thank you for coming
Yes,
on.
thank you. You're the best.
I'm sorry that this is such a struggle for you, but
You're the best in the world.
appreciate you coming on past your bedtime to have this conversation.
I have a question.
Yes, of
why
course.
are there why are
It's the
the
Michelle Z question of the week.
Ooh,
cotton candy girls that are all wear Easter egg colors
Yes.
in the women's match
Uh-huh.
are like Star Trek red shirts, right? Like
Yeah,
you
sure.
know that they're like they can
Brett
all
doesn't
go.
understand that, but I
Nope,
get it.
that just threw
Like,
my brain in its
They're
dizzy.
just
They,
they're
on
like,
Star Trek, they would send
they're
like when the
fillers.
team would go out on a
okay.
mission, there would be a bunch of random people you've never seen before that were just worked on the ship, and they would wear
Okay.
red shirts because the shirt color designated your rank.
Okay.
and
they would
actually
all die.
statistically they more often wore other colors. Red is
Yeah.
actually not the most common shirt
But
to
they would-
dye,
but they would be killed.
But
They were
they're called
cannon-
red shirts because they're
cannon
just
fodder.
like
Okay.
they're filler, right? Like you're just like you see
What
somebody on this
happened to
planet and he's like, I'm Steve from the the phaser
filler?
room. I can't. I'm sorry. I like Star Trek a lot, but for whatever
I'm
reason, I
sure.
can't think of any fake person who's ever worked.
That's like a part of my nerddom that I just don't.
Yeah,
I know the references, but I've never seen it.
yeah, when somebody's like, I'm Steve. I work in the, cafeteria, and you've never seen him before. You're like, that dude's gonna die.
Okay.
Every TV show has them.
Was there a cafeteria
Wrestling
on the
also
Enterprise?
has them. I mean,
Sorry.
where else would they eat,
That's
DJ?
true.
They did have a.
Space
they
food.
had a
Yeah.
cantina.
Little packets of space food. Star Wars has a
Freeze dried
cantina.
strawberries.
On Next Generation, they had like a room,
on
like
DS9,
a dining room.
DS9, no.
But then they just went up to the computer and they just said like, "Give me a hot chocolate," and she was like, "One hot chocolate, here you go." And I don't know, she
They're
3D
drinking a lot of
printed
hot
it or
chocolates
something.
on Star Trek?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I was going to make a really uncouth
I'm
joke.
so.
It's not going to happen, though.
But yeah, like all the cotton candy girls are like
gonna be
red
about Michelle
shirts, and they
Nichols,
all
that's all you
dress
need
the
to know.
same, right? They're all in like, their little like periwinkle blue and
Yeah.
cotton candy pink.
Yeah, you're talking Katana Chance.
Candice LeRae.
Her.
A whole
Case-
bunch of
what's-
girls that you know
what the hell's
will
Katana
never
Chance's
win. Like
tag
none of
partner?
these.
Kiana Carter.
Caden
Carter.
Caden Carter, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
none of
pretty
these
good. They all
women.
backslid.
None of these women are winning. They're all in cotton candy
Right.
colors, and they're not going to win.
The Rumble's always like that, though.
But what is like the men's version of that?
Austin Theory.
What colors does he wear?
Garbage.
Yeah. Like Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
It's just.
Do they all have
lower card
a?
guys
Do they have a
you know.
color scheme?
No,
No,
but they all
not
have
really.
similar facial hair and builds.
Why don't they have cotton candy boys?
They do. I guess.
Sexist. It's sexist.
Yeah.
The New Day wear a lot of cotton candy colors,
Yeah.
but they're not fodder.
No, Kofi's done doing the fun spots. Which
You
is
failed
sad.
2-3 years in a row.
Yeah,
gotta-
you're done.
Yeah.
No Xavier Woods in this Rumble.
No, listen, New Day. I love them. They're guaranteed Hall of Famers, but they had a 10-year fucking run on top. They're good.
Yeah.
The New Day.
Yeah.
They are the only cotton candy boys, aren't they?
Just not.
They have-
not
Used to be cotton candy.
yeah,
boys.
not necessarily, but
They used to wear a lot of blue and pink.
They did.
Yeah.
They were great.
they were.
I
They
miss
had
them.
an ice cream
They were
cart.
yeah, and they
I
wear
miss
the unicorn
Biggie.
horns. I miss Biggie too. But yeah, there's always those kind of people. But the NXT people are always going to be the throwaways.
Although Braun Breaker had the Brock run
Well,
this year.
because Brock implicated in some business, so
They said
Yeah.
he eliminated who Brock was going to eliminate and got eliminated by who's going to eliminate
it's
Brock.
crazy
which
that Dom
Dominic
was supposed to
Mysterio.
eliminate, and then
That's
Dom
awful.
versus Brock at Mania.
Oh my God! No, I don't want to see death happen.
Right? Poor Brock, he'd die. Dom would kill him.
Damn right.
All
he's
that
a-
prison
he's a
time.
Convicted felon.
All right, Chell. Is that it? Do you want to say anything else to your adoring public?
So you have anything to plug?
No.
No. I mean, you could go listen to Wings on Wings at _Wings on Wings on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Check us out.
If you're in the greater Wilkes-Barre area, she has petitions for you to sign.
Yes, if you live in the Wilkes-Barre area and are a registered voter of a specific party that I'm obviously a part of, out of
Green.
because I have to be because
Bull
there's only
moose.
two parties
Wigs.
because there's only two choices and they both suck.
What's one of Vermin Supreme's?
Oh, you know what the hell? I forget what his part. The Rent is Too Damn High party. That's another
yes,
guy.
damn right.
No, yeah, that was the.
No, I forget his name.
That guy rocked.
Big Rob met that guy once.
yeah.
But yeah, no, that's it.
All right.
I don't have anything
Well,
else.
we say this every time. Thank you for coming on. We both appreciate the shit out of you.
You're the best in the world.
And I know that that you've softened in some areas of wrestling, but overall it is a pain in the ass for you. So I
I'm
appreciate.
sad that I don't get to hear Marcus's question.
So we can.
Do you want to?
No, it's all right.
Ask it.
No, here we go. All
Yeah,
right.
we'll do.
it
Hold on,
probably
hold on.
it won't be something I'll
No,
understand.
that's fine. That's fine.
I'll answer it first.
It might
Okay.
not. It might not be something you understand.
Okay,
But
hold on. Ready? Just pretend this says Marcus.
And now the Tim Taylor
Marcus.
question of the week.
Marcus here.
Turn it,
Marcus Taylor.
turn to the TNMZ question of the week, though. All right. So, two-parter.
Yo.
The Marcus portion. Who is your all-time favorite black wrestler? Ooh, because it is now officially Black History Month.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, that is it.
That's my favorite black
good
cat. Over
question.
there
Sounds of
making
freedom.
noise.
So are you looking at? I'm
said
going
you
to
were gonna
answer
answer
first.
first?
I am going to answer first. That's a hard question because I feel like there's a lot of really good black wrestlers that I wish that the WWE would appreciate more of the black wrestlers and they would win more. I mean, everybody knows that I'm partial to the New Day because they're hilarious. So it's hard for me not to say that. Although I can't name all three of them, I can only name two of them.
That's fine.
So
It's all right.
I'm sorry to.
Xavier Woods.
Okay, Xavier Woods.
Poor Xavier.
Xavier Woods has shopped at Comics on the Green, and you don't remember his name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. That's Consequences Creed.
I like. What's his name from AEW? Is his name Keith Lee?
Yep, Keith
I
Lee.
like him in real life. Like I've seen him on social media in the past, and like, just seems like a really nice guy.
Not to be
and-
confused with the TikTok food reviewer.
The what?
The TikTok food reviewer, Keith Lee. You know him?
Oh, really?
Oh no, I don't know
Oh,
him.
wow. Oh, I got to get you on his stuff.
Okay. But no, I just, a lot of times if a wrestler is a good person, I like them. And then, obviously I think that, Sasha Banks is just kind of a badass. So I'll throw her in there
Miss
too.
Mercedes Monet.
Yeah. She just seems like a badass. And when she left, the way she left, I really admire that. And so,
Fuck yeah.
I like that.
All right. DJ.
So there's a name that immediately pops in my brain, and it's tough because I say this all the time on the podcast. We talk about it. I am fascinated by Ron Simmons for how important he is to the business of professional wrestling. The New Day is awesome. I'm a huge Bianca Belair fan, but saying this is weird because I didn't get a marked picture with him, but it was the group, and that's why I didn't. But I did offer him a hit off my vape pen. Charles Wright.
So this is funny because Marcus said layup for DJ to get to talk about Papa Shango.
Yeah, I mean, I was so shocked that you didn't say that. Oh, and who's the guy with the hoe train?
Charles
That's
Wright.
right.
It's the
Okay.
same
He's
guy.
also Papa
Same guy.
Shango, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so mad
He
I
was-
didn't
yeah,
talk about
Yeah,
him.
right.
Yeah.
Big Charles Wright is incredible. The man had a career in WWE
He's Kama, the supreme fighting
through
machine.
multiple gimmicks.
He's wonderful.
From Papa Shango, from the Soul Taker before WWE,
Yeah.
to Papa Shango, to Kama, to Kama Mustafa, to the Godfather, to the Good Father. Is he the best wrestler is he as good of a wrestler as Shelton Benjamin? Almost nobody is. But God, I just, from a very young age, my love of Papa Shango, and I kind of had an idea that's where he was going, because when Marcus was here last time, I told him my Papa Shango story and showed him the skull. Charles Wright.
I also like that he showed you the Papa Shango shirt he was wearing
Yeah,
today.
right. Yes, absolutely. Charles Wright. Yeah.
All right. Mine's Ron Simmons.
Yeah.
I fucking
Ron.
love
Ron's
Simmons.
awesome. Ron's incredible.
Ron, I love his singles run in WCW. I love Doom.
Underrated singles run. Doom is underrated in the conversation.
Still one of the best moments
Yeah.
ever in wrestling is him winning the world title off Vader. And that kid's reaction, it's just,
Yeah.
I love it forever.
Right.
Even him in the APA, fun as hell.
Absolutely.
Ron is my number one.
Yeah.
And a close number two is Too Cold Scorpio.
Too Cold's a good one.
Love me some Too
Flash
Cold
Funk all the
Scorpio.
way. Yeah. I thought you were going to say Tony Atlas because you like his opinions on feet.
Oh, I was going to say because I like getting kicked in my face.
Yeah.
Follow-up question.
All right.
This is the one where I don't know if you're going to have an opinion on it, but this is a
Okay.
follow-up question from Tim. Which black wrestler do you wish would have more main event / championship exposure?
Swerve.
Well, that's
Fucking let's go,
No-
Michelle.
no-
Oh,
no
you're the best
hesitation.
ever.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
no hesitation.
You don't even have to explain nothing. Swerve.
Swerve.
Yeah.
And then Bianca Belair. I know that she has had some like big wins, but
go,
like,
Michelle.
she's just fucking cool.
Fuck yeah. DJ?
So are we talking?
Anyone.
We're talking past, present. Does it matter? Okay. So and what is it? Just championships or
Which
exposure?
black wrestler do you wish would have more main event / championship exposure?
Okay. This is tough because like there's wrestlers in there right now. I think Shelton Benjamin should have had the multiple title runs. But I'm going to name a guy. So titles main event. I'm saying in WWE. I'm saying Shelton Benjamin. But a guy that I think for real deserved more attention and a shot, who was around at the same time as a lot of guys were still watching wrestle, is the Black Nature Boy, Scoot Andrews.
Holy shit.
Not saying he should have been world champion anywhere, but Scoot Andrews certainly could have gotten fucking signed and
Pulling
been
that
featured
one from out
places.
of nowhere.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. But as far as like a guy who I think should have had championships in the world, Shelton Benjamin.
That's my answer too. It's Shelty.
Yeah.
I love Shelton Benjamin. His run is so underrated.
Yep.
I thought for sure he was going to be a world champion.
If he, I would hope, and I understand he's making his money, but if he just wanted to just maybe like leave the WWE while he's still got some miles left and go back to Japan, to New Japan, I wouldn't be mad at all.
God damn, I love Shelton Benjamin.
He's a great fucking wrestler. He's one of the best.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy who was more of a natural successor for Kurt Angle than anybody ever made. Like Team Angle was great. Hassan Benjamin was awesome. Shelty just, and like, you know, him in the Hurt Business, like all these places, like he rules.
Everything he did,
you know,
man.
and like the guys around him all did, and deservedly so. You know, like I think Mark Henry's an underrated guy. But Shelton should have been champion
absolutely, Shelton
multiple
Benjamin.
times over.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and I think like the good summary here, because, you know, we've talked about a lot of different wrestlers, like just a good summary is that I hope that now that Vince McMahon has exited the building
absolutely.
and is gone.
Yeah.
Not saying that there's not a lot of other like potentially racist people in the organization, but hopefully WWE will give the wrestlers of color more opportunities, because I do feel like there's a lot of, and I mean this is true of all arts, entertainment, sports, all of life, there's a lot of mediocre white people who get a lot more opportunities.
Absolutely.
Ain't wrong, girl.
Right.
And so like hopefully that will start to look a little different in the WWE at least. And like I think AEW has a lot of promise in terms of like more diversity, and like more opportunities for some people. Like I've seen, you know, some of the women get more opportunities and like things, but I mean, they just have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
So also just
As we do in every area of
that
life, really.
popped into my brain sadly because of his passing last week. But Ice Train's another dude that like a lot of people looking at Ice Train stuff this past week going like, oh wait, what happened?
Yeah. How did this guy not have a
Right.
run?
And then like the Am I Smooth, like all that, like that's a dude too that like a lot of guys in WCW around that era, a lot, like Michelle just said, a lot of mediocre white guys who had a very similar build or smaller got booked as fucking monsters and killers to see if they would stick.
Yep.
And Ice Train never really got that shot. So
Fact.
yeah.
Shout out Ice
I think AEW is at least doing a lot of matches where like it's, you know, it's all people of color.
Yeah.
And nobody bats an eye when there's all white people in something. Right. And so like at least I think AEW is starting to like have some matches that are all people of color, and I think that's a lot of progress. But I think Vince McMahon leaving and potentially dying will make a big difference in the world of wrestling for women, for people of color, for marginalized groups.
Right.
And, you know, hopefully
For
we can start to see some progress there.
Let's go. Well, thank you, Tim.
Yes.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you.
Y'all the best.
Michelle
Go to the
again.
Final Wrestling
Thank
Place.
you.
Michelle, thank you so much. You're the coolest, no matter what you think.
All right. Thanks. I love you guys too.
Right, now that she's out of here.
Oh, boy. Wow.
All right. So news is covered.
Yeah.
Rumble is covered. which was going to be a big part of this show anyway because it was a big event.
So let's rip through some other shit that we watched.
You doing okay? You all right this week? We can get past you
bro,
with that.
I'm
You're good. All
fucking
right.
living,
I'm just making sure. I got to check in.
Brother.
We haven't seen each other in 20 less than 24 hours.
Yeah. Since we broke bread. Yeah, man. Fucking.
You broke that bread? Oh,
dude. I read Daredevil Yellow today.
you did. That's
I'm
true.
great.
You're doing good.
How are you?
I'm good, buddy.
Everything
Yeah,
good?
I'm all good. I'm all good, but dude, I watched Double Impact the other day.
Sick.
I will never wear black silk underwear. That's a terrible impression, but
That was
I can't do
something.
I can do like 3 impressions. Yeah.
I tried doing an Irish accent the other day at
Yeah.
dinner with Amber, and I just couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
no good.
No,
No, we're good. Double Impact, though. A
Fuck
lot of fun. But yeah, let's get into the wrestling that we watched
right.
this week.
So,
Set them up. Line them up.
some
Get on top of the ball.
random shit
Rando shit.
from Wrestling Revolver.
Oh, we're talking about this now.
Yeah.
I got notes.
I saw that this was,
Notes in every area code.
this this match was getting a little talk.
Yeah.
So I figured let's give it a try. Let's
Talky.
see what we got.
Yeah.
So this is from the Wrestling Revolver show. This was the Lucha Death Match, which was Jon Moxley versus Gringo Loco.
Crazy Whitey.
Old Crazy Whitey himself.
Old Crazy Whitey himself.
I'll tell you what, it felt good to watch like an independent match.
Yeah.
Because I don't unfortunately get to see as much as I
Sure.
used to, so it felt good to kind of watch like camera angles that were wild and
It
all
was-
over and
the-
shaky
the
cam.
camera
and
was rough on this one.
I mean, the commentary's fucking dreadful.
Yeah.
It was real bad.
fine.
But I don't know, it just felt kind of nice.
It was fine.
To watch.
The commentary, I didn't notice the commentary.
It was
yeah.
bad.
So,
But to see like Jon Moxley just,
Yeah.
in like a goddamn gymnasium
right.
doing
Yeah.
some hardcore stuff.
Right.
Felt good.
Just
I needed it.
The soda can door,
Yeah.
the bed of forks,
The bed of forks.
the Taz cross faces with your forearm wrapped in barbed wire.
Absolutely.
Gringo, Crazy Whitey, old Gringo Loco hits a good one.
He did,
right in
yeah.
the beginning.
Hit a good gusher.
And then Mox keeps opening it back up.
it's Jon
I
Moxley.
thought it was fun, man.
Right.
Gringo Loco making a name for himself. I saw a little buzz. He was talking about, maybe AEW, give me a look, and I don't think that's happening. He's the base god. I think he's technically probably better than a lot of the guys that he's around, but I don't know.
No.
He's
and-
definitely better than Sami Callihan, who gets like 90 million shout outs
yeah.
on the commentary in this match.
Well, yeah, because I think this is his promotion.
Oh, is it?
Wrestling Revolver. I'm pretty sure it's his promotion. But yeah, man, I liked it. I don't
it was
know.
good.
It was a fun little.
Yeah. Did you watch
hardcore
anything else
brawl.
from this show?
No.
I didn't even know what else was on it.
There was, you look at the lineup and you go, damn, like, it's a pretty good roster. I think
Yeah.
Alex Shelley won the world title
Yeah.
before this.
Well, they're
Against
doing
Jane Christ.
they're doing that at Mania weekend. It's Revolver versus Hog,
Yeah.
where it's Shelley versus Santana.
Yeah.
So
Hey, that's cool.
if Supercard of Honor doesn't get announced, maybe we do walk up to Hog and watch an 8-minute time limit draw when they run out of pay-per-view time.
Not for that price.
Oh yeah, that's
Pal.
true. We looked at the ticket prices.
Yeah, no thanks.
That's right. No, thank you.
But yeah, it's
You're
just,
out of your goddamn mind.
I haven't really, indie wrestling hasn't been on my radar
Right.
a lot.
yeah. Well, because
outside of, like, LBAC.
because Triple H killed it.
That's who killed it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun.
Yeah.
It just felt fun to watch it. And I know you can say, well, Moxley's not really an indie. Okay, I fucking get it.
I like
but-
Indie Mox. I like all Mox.
Yeah,
more
he
on
can
him
do
later.
whatever he wants.
But I like Mox's style of death match. Like
Yeah.
they're always fun. It doesn't go too crazy, but he sells it like it's crazy.
He's the man. He's the fucking man.
So big fan of that.
You don't
dude.
know how happy I am that you came around.
Oh yeah, big time.
It makes
Yeah.
me so happy.
Oh, more on him later. I'm gonna make you real happy later, buddy.
Good. All right. So,
Off air. With my hands. No.
Jesus Christ.
Give me a massage. I don't know what you're talking about. You might have a gutter.
The fuck?
Deep tissue on your calves.
My inner thigh. Monday Night Raw.
Tell me what state you're thinking of.
Hopefully the wrong one. Monday Night Raw. I did
Okay.
watch some shit.
All right.
You didn't watch anything.
No.
This is where Punk comes out, confirms he officially has a torn tricep.
Oh, I watched this part.
Bummer.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody's doing their victory lap, of course.
listen, I don't have.
I'm not gonna have fucking whatever.
I don't have a victory lap to run because I'm not going to celebrate an injury, right? But the dude, I think, needs to consider hanging it up.
So here was my thought of it. He's wrestled 2 matches since he's been back.
Right.
And this was the 3rd one, and I'm like, how's that bump? Like, how's the bump card going?
Right.
Like,
Right.
I know they showed him training down in NXT with all
Yeah.
with the kids, you know.
I also think it's ill.
Maybe he needs to take that role.
Yeah, I think it's ill-advised for him to put on the weight that he did.
Yeah.
Because he's never a bigger guy, right? And like, I get it. You know, you want to bulk up. I understand.
WWE ECW Punk was like a massive giant, though.
Right. But I understand chicken and rice. I understand all that.
I'm a supporter.
If he's ever been on chicken and rice, it's at this moment. Of course, especially if you listen to fucking dumb Dave Meltzer, who's like, "Oh, tricep, that's a common steroid injury."
Fucking hell.
But I saw like, I think since his return to wrestling, he's had like 16 matches and 3 injuries or something. Like,
So
it's tough.
The foot one, I don't count. It's a freak accident.
Right. It's an accident with a freak.
Obviously, the bicep tear against Mox.
Was it? I thought it was a tricep. I thought he was
tricep. My
right,
fault.
it's
Tricep.
both triceps have
So
snapped.
he tore his left one against Moxley at all out.
Yeah.
Then obviously the brawl happened.
And that one took a long time. Like, that one took a long time for him to recover, right?
Well, and then he was held out, obviously, because the injuries or the stuff with Collision, you know.
Okay.
Then he comes back to Collision.
Yeah.
He's fine throughout that little run that he had from Collision.
Right.
And then obviously comes back to WWE.
Yeah.
Wrestled like 2 house show matches. No problem.
Right.
Then this happens in the Rumble.
Right. And
what are you
it's
gonna
just
do?
your body. You know, you said your bump card. You know, I think maybe he'd have a better chance than if he slimmed out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, because like it's essentially a non-contact injury. Like, it wasn't like it snapped at an arm bar or anything. Like, it's a weird injury to happen.
Yeah, like, they show the replay and his arm like jammed into the mat and it just like shot right up.
And he's not a young man.
No, he's not.
And like, you know, I know that like the fire in his belly, a fire inside got relit, if you will. It still burns. But like, and that stinks to like come back to something you thought you hated for so long and started to love again, and then only to get taken out of basically against your will
over and over again.
But like, your body will tell you when it's enough.
Yeah.
And man, it's tough.
I think it's getting to that point.
You know, and I think he really, really, really wants the main event at WrestleMania.
It'll be next year.
Yeah. But I think they're going to have to tread very lightly with him until then, because if I think another injury, then it's like, all right, well.
So this is like a 4 to 6 month
down.
injury.
Yeah.
Which puts him back for SummerSlam.
Right. Yeah. And you just mentioned it too, but like him, like you know, and Hardy Hard working with the ladies and whatever, and it's fun. You know, I don't not enjoy the fact that he takes an overabundant amount of pictures with Cora Jade.
Yeah.
But like he is better served trained. Like, he would be really well suited training in NXT, because watch NXT. They fucking need it.
Yeah, they sure do.
The women's division, like, on the main roster, fucking need it, because aside of like the 5 or 6 like killers on the top of that division, they've all backslid. So like, you know, the call ups from NXT, they've all backslid, and it's got to be because they're not in that training environment anymore.
You would think, right?
So he would be a really useful hand there.
Hands on, huh?
Sure, hands on.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, Phil.
But him and Cora Jade can convalesce together,
Yeah.
convalesce together, as it were. I don't know what convalesce means. I think I made that word up.
So this is where Drew comes out and cuts such a good promo.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's like,
I prayed for this.
I prayed for this to happen.
And then he put up the fucking piece at the grave thing.
It was great. And then I saw he put up a video, I think it was yesterday. He's like, today we're going to do an arm workout for your triceps. Which was, it's great.
If that dude's triceps snap, we would hear it around the country.
Yeah, Drew fucking rules. Drew's on such a good run. Obviously, he attacks Punk, beats him down.
Sure.
Sammy runs out for the save.
Yeah.
If you're WWE, I have Drew beat Rollins at Mania for the bullshit baby belt.
Right.
And then have Punk come back, Drew Punk at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
The story's there.
Right.
You know. A couple other things I watched. I did watch Judgment Day defend their tag titles. So it was Finn Balor and Damian Priest against DIY.
Okay. I think I saw the very end of this match.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. For like a Monday Night Raw tag title match, it was good. Finn Balor rocks. Him and Damian Priest have a finisher now. Damian Priest hits the Razor's Edge, and then Balor hits the coup de grace.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So it was nice.
You mentioned that. You mentioned those guys. What are they called?
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day, and we didn't talk about this when Michelle was here.
Oh, Jesus.
For the Rumble.
There was almost not an episode ever again.
Right. So I made the announcement on this show. I made it publicly elsewhere that if I got Damian Priest in the Rumble from a random draw number,
Sunday would have been your last time watching wrestling.
I'm done watching modern wrestling. Yep. If this remained a podcast, it would have to be a vintage wrestling
purely
podcast.
Historical.
And so I get my first number, and we're chilling, and it's fine. And Dom Mysterio's in that ring, and he's getting the shit kicked out of him, and a couple people go past.
Number 14.
And my number comes back up. And so I had 14, 15, and 16 in the men's rumble here, and 14 in the ad odds.
Oh, brother.
So I was like, and commentary, before the numbers start counting down, commentary says, Dom needs some help. He's really at a disadvantage. And everybody's watching me at this moment. Everybody. All eyes are on me in this room. And the buzzer hits, and the Judgment Day music hits. And I swear to you, I almost had a kerfuffle.
Yeah, you
fell to the
collapsed
floor.
to the floor.
And somebody realized about 10 seconds in that it was not Priest-specific music, that it was Finn Balor. That is a quarter of a step away from never watching wrestling ever again. It is enough of a coincidence that I got Damian Priest twice in a row, and then a member of his stable the next year on random draws.
Man, you were so close.
Because there's three of them, three in this Rumble.
4. JD McDonough.
Oh, McDonough too.
Yeah,
that doesn't really count, but like that's still
5 with R-Truth.
What a weirdo. But like for real, like the chance of that happening is insane. Like that is so close to it being Damian Priest three years in a row. Brother, on a random draw. The odds of that are ridiculous.
I would have been over the moon if that happened.
Yeah, because you don't want to do this podcast anymore.
Get out of here. I would still be on your couch laughing for Saturday.
True. My heart did not stop racing until like the last 5 people, maybe.
Also, R-Truth officially got jumped out last time.
Oh, did he?
He was never in the Judgment Day.
He was never in.
Priest was like, "Listen, man, I like you." He's like, "Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with like you around and like getting money and stuff." He's like, "That's why I'm not gonna be the one to do this to you." And then McDonough clobbered him. They all beat him down.
McDonough's got a dumb face.
He does. And then Miz tried to make the save. They beat him down.
I'd rather Truth in there than McDonough.
I agree.
I think that'd be funnier.
I also watched Gunther defend his Intercontinental title against Kofi Kingston.
Oh, God.
It was a good match.
Kofi's flat chest against Gunther's paws.
Yeah, impacted even more.
Yeah.
He hit such a sick power bomb at the end of this match, and Gunther is a fucking
Kofi,
killer.
I'm assuming you're talking about.
Oh, yes. Surprise, Gunther retains.
Okay, well.
There was a little promo with Cody comes out, and then Rollins interrupts him. And Rollins makes a case for Cody to challenge him for the belt.
I saw that
for
online.
his belt. He's like, Roman Reigns, that's the poser belt. That's the politician belt. This is the real belt, the workhorse belt. This is the belt Dusty Rhodes would have wanted. Then he said, but enough talk about Dusty Rhodes. This isn't about him. This is about you. And Cody got all welled up, of course, and did that little hitch that he does. And Cody said, I'll think about it. That ain't happening. I also watched the main event, which was Drew McIntyre versus Samuel Zayn.
Oh.
Again, real good shit, man. Drew wins with the Claymore kick. That's what it's called. Drew's heel work right now is so good. I really hope he beats Rollins for the belt at Mania now.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, he has to. He has been.
That'd be cool.
And he never got that title run in front of fans.
Never got his run in front of people.
He is like, he's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Because he's a guy that, you look at and go, he's cool. He can out-talk you. He's got a fun accent.
Yeah.
And he'll beat your ass.
Right. He looks like you wouldn't want to fuck with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good right now.
Like, if I was at a hardcore show or a punk show or whatever, and, like, Seth and Drew McIntyre were there causing problems, there's one I would clearly try and fight, and one I clearly would not.
No, you'd run away.
Like if both those dudes were like crowd killing, and I was like, knock this off, I'd be like, Drew McIntyre, you keep going, sir. I'm very sorry. You do what you're doing, you giant man.
Remember in IWA Mid-South when Seth Rollins would come to the ring and he would mosh?
Yeah, I fucking hate him. There
One
was
kid joined him the one time.
Yeah.
It's the fucking corniest shit
there was
I've
a
ever
lot
seen.
of talk about Seth in the Discord this week, and I didn't really weigh in because I just wasn't around to do so. But like, it's a dude I never understood. I never got.
I liked him when he came back from one of his knee injuries. I watched the documentary, and I was at the pay-per-view when he came back. It was Extreme Rules in Jersey. And he blew his fucking knee out that one time. And he came back. He was on the chicken and rice diet, looking like Quadruple H. And then I watched the documentary, see like how hard he rehabbed.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, man. This guy, this is fucking, this is the guy.
I'm sure he's a hard-working dude.
And then just stopped being the guy.
It's been noted on this show how much I dislike his like. I don't think he's really doing it right now, but like his fur coat gimmick that he does. That's what he does when he comes out. That's the noise he makes. It's the face he makes. All that. It's really stupid and terrible, and I really hate it.
That was so cool.
Thank you. But I really, really did not understand that. I'm sorry. It was whoa that one. Whatever. But Seth ain't my guy. Never will be. Never was.
That one fucking Led Zeppelin song.
Immigrant song.
Yeah. The fuck?
Because Bruce Brody used to come out to that.
Yeah.
Down in the land of the ice and snow with a roll and the rhythm.
Yeah. All right. AEW.
It's about Lord of the Rings, like most of the Zeppelin songs.
Listen, man, I don't know how much I'll increase my WWE watching because we're officially on the road to WrestleMania.
Okay.
If I see stuff, I'll be happy. Like, listen, I didn't mention it. The Kabuki Warriors are the women's tag team champs again. That makes my heart real happy.
Yeah.
But all right, AEW. I didn't fucking.
You didn't watch Rampage at all?
Nope.
That's okay. I thought Mox Moriarty was good, man.
Sure.
Moriarty's is thickening up a mustache on his face, which
I respect that.
You get a mustache, I like
I'm
you
a mustache respecter.
Mox gives him a ton. Moriarty brought it, like rose to the occasion. I like this match. I like Mox. So, and it's not quite a beatdown. The thing that stings about this match is that Shane Taylor jumps Mox afterwards. So now we're getting me. They're never getting Shane and Moriarty versus whenever that happens. Yeah. We get more continuation of the Cool Hand Ange kissing thing. Anna Jay is cutting a promo. Cool Hand Ange comes in, and he's like, "Listen, I can't go support you because you're wrestling Ruby tonight, and like that's kind of a girl." But he says that to Anna. He says, "But I have to ask you, like, were you involved in setting me up with the Harley kiss thing?" And she slaps him. She's like, "I'm sick of you not supporting me." So Anna's sort of left that group now. She's on her own again, seemingly. She's done with groups. We see the CMLL stars for the first time. Takeshita versus Chris Daniels. We don't see him. We see the little graphic that the CML guys are coming up.
I said, brother, I ain't watching Takeshita Chris Daniels.
And we get Takeshita Chris Daniels. He smokes CD. And then you get a promo where Fletcher wants Jericho. What a dead in the water program for all those very talented guys this is.
It's just done.
Action Andretti has named the water bottle thing the hydration situation. And it stinks out loud.
Boy, do I hate that.
Yep. Stop forcing it. It stinks. They gave Anna beats Ruby, which is nice, giving her a little bit of a win. Match was okay. I think Anna looks better than Ruby here. Eddie Kingston gets interviewed by Renee. We get a Serena Deeb hype video. And then we get Vikingo versus Commander versus Butch versus Kip Sabian as the main event.
Yeah.
This match is a lot of fun when it's Lucha guys against Butch.
Sure.
And a lot of not fun when it's Kip Sabian against anybody. It's just what it is. But like Butch throwing the Lucha guys around and them doing like flippy doos around him was a lot of fun. And Commander wins to face Orange Cassidy. Which feels like we've gotten this match like 19 times, but I guess we haven't.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
But that was Rampage.
Right, let's do Collision.
Collision, yes.
So
the fallout from Rampage.
Yeah, Blackpool Combat Club.
No notes
from this Collision at all
from this match.
Yeah.
I have no notes on Collision. Do it yourself.
Mox Claudio against Shane Taylor Promotions. I'm not a Shane Taylor guy.
It's almost a completely different dynamic than the Mox Moriarty match. Like Mox made sure Moriarty looked good, and in this one they're just like, we're here.
Yeah,
not for me.
Orange Cassidy against Commander.
I like this a lot.
It was solid.
Reminded me a lot of some mid-card WCW days, maybe some Chikara-esque things going on in this match a little bit. Some, that sort of fast-paced lucha style, but not full-on lucha. The gory special trade-off in this match I thought was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then when OC gets his hands free and puts them in his pocket, I like that. But also in this match, the thing that I think is the most sort of standout is that I think Roddy's group is already dead in the water.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's dead. It's done. You lost it.
It wasn't very good to begin with.
It wasn't good to begin with. The fact that Cole is still out. The fact so Max is apparently filming a movie right now.
Oh, is it?
I read that today, that Max is out. Max just did another movie while he's out. So that's part of the reason why he's off TV.
I don't hate on it.
Right, whatever. Good for him. But, this ain't going anywhere. Maybe you can reignite it when Max comes back. But, Roddy's going to beat OC for this belt, and it's not going to fucking matter.
You think he's going to beat him?
Yeah. Because the other thing is that, I love Orange Cassidy with all my heart. And last year he was, we talked about this in the year-end show. He is a forgotten about MVP level player for 2023.
I agree with that
because it dropped off a fucking cliff at the end of 2023. Because after he won the title back from Mox, Tony Khan didn't know what to do next.
Yeah.
And Tony Khan has this problem across the board. When he books a good run or a title, he has a program, maybe two, and then he goes, "Well, I don't know what to do after that." He doesn't have anything. OC, there's nothing for him to do. They tease some things. They don't do anything. So I think you have Roddy beat him. You hope and pray that Roddy gets a rub for beating him. Not going to happen. I don't think people are going to react the way they think it is. And an OC just goes trios maybe. You put him in the trios picture with best friends leading to Trent and OC with the breakup. It's weird
because, I was just going to say, because him and Trent have had that weird beef.
All right, so you put him in the trios, you get him some entertaining matches there, you have him challenge for the belts, Trent does whatever, and OC and him have a little thing.
I guess.
The fact that Tony Khan has fallen so off the map at what to do with probably their number 2 babyface is really concerning for me, but... It is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is. The main event stuff, we'll address that at the end.
Okay.
The throughout storyline.
Yeah, sure.
Mariah May versus Lady Frost.
Brother, there is a line in Tony Storm's promo before this match that involves Mariah May because she says she said that, "Can you come watch my match?" And she says, "Yeah." Tony's not welcome in the Motor City. Yeah. And she said she had a few racehorses put down.
Yes.
But that's not the line. The line, when they're talking about Deanna, Tony says that we're knuckle deep in this now and there's no pulling out.
Yep.
I'm like, oh Jesus, she's just pushing standards and practices.
And that's not even her best line this week. We will address the one later.
We sure will.
I'll tell you what, man, I thought this was good.
I liked it too.
Yeah,
Mariah May, Lady Frost. I liked it.
Lady Frost looked good.
I've been a lone voice in a lot of instances about Lady Frost, and she's young to the business. She got into it a little old, but when used properly, like she is here, her gymnastics background works really well.
Yeah, she looked good here.
She's not put on 5 stars. I'm not asking her to do psychology, but she does some cool flippy shit that someone who's as talented of a wrestler as Mariah May is, because she's a good fucking wrestler, can really put together.
Mariah May
nice.
is awesome.
Yes. The German suplex exchange where they're just dumping each other was awesome.
When Mariah May went to the outside, ripped up that fan's Mariah May song. It was great.
I wish the ending was a little more exciting. I think they could have set it up a little bit better
Mariah's
of a way.
Finisher isn't great.
Yeah, it's not great. It's hard, right? So you have to make sure the setup into it's a little better, and they just didn't. But I thought it was an entertaining match.
Yeah, Mariah
May's very good. Absolutely.
Yeah. Eddie Kingston, Willie Mack.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So we get Swerve and Hangman's picks too, and it's so super telegraphed, but whatever. Eddie Kingston, Willie Mack.
Say it.
Maybe stop doing the standing shooting star.
Yeah, man.
I've seen him do it.
Goddamn brain yourself.
Right? It's one of those things. Same thing with Keith Lee, bigger guys doing flippy shit. It's cool that you can do it.
I get it's a cool visual.
I prefer two bigger guys standing in the ground, throwing elbows and whatever. Doesn't mean they're not super talented guys. Doesn't mean it's not impressive. Willie Mack, apparently, from what I know from the Book It board game, is a big time lucha guy.
That's true. Shout out Book It.
But the whole world gasped when he just completely landed on his neck. That is going to be in botch videos, sadly, for eternity, in perpetuity, if you will.
I actually turned my head when it happened.
Yeah,
I had to rewind and watch
tough.
it again.
It's tough. Thank God he was fine. Thank God it was seemingly no injury because it was bad. But otherwise, the match was fine.
It's all right.
It's, whatever. But yeah, I was like, oh boy. No. I like that after this match because it's Yuji Dragon, and Dragon's music hits before Eddie's all the way up the ramp. So Eddie stops, and Dragon just blows him off.
Dude.
And then Eddie stops at the top of the ramp and staring at him, and then decides he's going to go over to commentary.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Eddie on commentary is my favorite ever.
Yes.
But boy, oh boy. Bryan Danielson, Yuji Nagata.
Well, and with Eddie on commentary, you get like a New Japan history because Shivani's feed them shit because they're such good friends. Yeah. Like, so Shivani's like, oh, hey Eddie, what about New Japan? What about Yuji Nagata? And when he held these belts and blah blah blah, and how many days? And Eddie's just like, boom, boom, boom.
I love. He's like, I called Yuji Nagata 25 years ago.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. Yeah. Dude, this fucking rocked.
It's really good. Yep.
The crowd got behind Yuji Nagata.
Right.
A crowd in Bossier City, Louisiana got behind Yuji Nagata.
Here's the thing, from in Boise, Idaho. Here's the thing about Yuji. This match is amazing. And
it's fucking awesome.
I'm not telling you anything that you didn't already know about Yuji Nagata. I'm not telling anybody at home listening to this right now what you probably didn't already know about Yuji Nagata. Because he is one of the more exposed guys in the U.S. because of his stuff in WCW, his amazing feud with Ultimo Dragon, with Sonny Ono. Sonny Ono backstage, if you saw the pictures, because of course he is. Getting that free trip to Disneyland.
Absolutely.
People do this, so I'm not like, this isn't some big-brained idea I'm the first person to have. But Yuji Nagata is one of those guys that if you're getting into wrestling or you want to up your game, study Yuji Nagata.
I agree.
Maybe he's a little bit forgotten because he's in his 50s now and he's one of the grandpas, and he is IWGP champion in a dirt part of New Japan.
Yeah.
Because
he was sending out there to get him killed.
He's pre-Tanahashi. Right, he's pre-Tanahashi, like, catching on. So, like, they're same generation, but, like, well, no, he's generation
it's
before.
Like that generation of Nagata, Kojima, Tenzan, Nakanishi.
It's tough. They're great wrestlers.
It's like a weird era.
But Yuji, especially, like, and you see it in this match, and, okay, now understand this, he's also in the ring with the best wrestler, maybe of all time. But his in-ring and body positioning is impeccable.
Yeah.
He is never out of place. He knows where the cameras are. When he's in a move, he's in the right spot. When a move has to happen to him, he knows where he needs to be in the ring. He is impeccable. Granted, 30-plus years of experience.
Sure.
Like, fantastic wrestler who we've been watching our entire lives. I remember when Sonny Ono brought him out to try and take out Ultimo Dragon.
He's wearing that big black vest and shit.
And I always loved his gold and black kick pads.
The man was in WCW NWO Revenge.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Yuji fucking rules. And this match is so good. You can tell that Dragon's having fun.
Yeah.
When he puts on the Fujiwara and Eddie Kingston's like, zoom in on his eyes, because he's rolling the eyes back.
That was so good.
It's so good.
Nigel called out, he's about to hand out some Blue Justice. Yep. Mm-hmm. It helps to have those guys on commentary during matches like this.
Right. That's how you learn.
Like Kevin Kelly, like this is where, like, I know whatever people say about Kevin Kelly, but I get it. But, like, matches like this is where he adds a lot to the product.
Absolutely.
I thought the match was great. Awesome.
We all knew it was going to be. Yuji's an all-timer, and he still looks great.
Yeah.
So
he moves better than Tanahashi.
Sure does.
Like,
a lot more weight on Tanahashi, but still,
yes,
we're right.
We always
also like 5-10 more years on Yuji. So
and he's won every goddamn belt. He is one.
So they didn't mention the Noah win on commentary, and I was like, that's not he's one of like three dudes to win the belt in everybody.
Yep, him
because he just won the All Japan this year, last summer.
Yep.
So so like he's hit them all. Not a lot of guys have been able to do that. So
fuck yeah, Yuji Nagata. Yeah. Hey, go back in the archives and listen to the world tour of Yuji Nagata.
That's right.
Did many moons ago.
Yes, absolutely.
Serena Deeb's back. And she wrestles one of the Renegade daughters.
I think it was Robin. I just assumed it was Robin.
Rockin' Robin Renegade.
She wrestles fucking circles around her, dude.
Circles. Serena Deeb makes her look silly.
It's silly.
I'll tell you what. I'll say this.
Yeah.
When I
You love Serena Deeb's taste in men.
absolutely not.
Sorry.
When I saw her with a microphone after the match, I went, "Uh-oh," because I remember that one real bad promo.
Not known
and
for her talking.
It was one of those, "Hey, don't ever give her a microphone again." This was a good promo, and the crowd got behind her.
The division's on notice.
Yeah, this was very good.
Yeah.
So, again, Serena Deeb, the wrestler, is different than the person and their choices. So, I'll stick to the wrestler. Serena Deeb's not bad.
Who are the champions? What is the division? Toni Storm and
Julia Hart.
Oh, Julia Hart, right? Yeah. Oh, poor Julia.
And it seems they're kind of setting up Julia Hart to defend against Thunder Rosa.
Okay.
And obviously Tony Deanna.
Yeah, right.
That division, man,
it got a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think where because you're going to have to put Deeb in there somewhere. I would assume Tony retains against Deanna.
Yeah,
maybe not because Deanna is catching on, but I don't know, not as big as Tony.
You gotta have Tony.
And I think Rosa can give Julia Hart a bit of a rub.
We'll see.
If you put Deeb against Julia's going to look like dog shit. Like, she's just too young. She's going to get embarrassed.
She's going to wrestle circles around her.
I think that's why I think you leave Deeb for Tony. I think they would have a killer.
I agree.
And then maybe she beats Tony because she is kind of popular.
This is where they run the video package for the CMLL stars coming in.
Yeah.
And it felt like such a 90s Mike Tenay, like introducing
Lucha Libre,
Lucha style.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I got real hyped. This is how you should do these
Absolutely.
things. Highlight these guys. Show them doing all crazy fucking flips. Show Volador Jr. being a badass.
Dude, that's my favorite one. Like, I fucking love
Volador Jr. is awesome.
Yeah. We've seen Mascara Dorada a bunch of times here. Everyone knows Mystico.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited for Volador Jr. And I'm very excited for Hechichero.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody talk about it. I haven't really looked either. But like CMLL coming in with them still working with AAA. I thought that was like a big time no.
I don't know
because Vikingo, those guys aren't gone.
I know AAA kind of has like a partnership too with TNA now. So I don't know what's happening.
Knows? I mean, maybe we'll switch it up. It's a shame. Not really. Like, where's like Templario and Soberano?
Soberano CMLL.
Soberano CMLL?
Yeah.
Okay. And then so's Templario then.
T10 is CMLL.
Oh, okay. So let's get those guys here. Because I love Soberano. I love Templario. Yeah. And I am very excited for Hechichero. Yeah. This is all Dragon trying to build up to wrestle Blue Panther.
You're goddamn right in a hair versus mask match.
Right.
So, all right, here's the through line for the show.
Yes.
It's all involving the main event. Earlier in the show, they show Daniel Garcia laid out backstage, bleeding everywhere. Daddy Magic comes running up, yelling for help. They shoot to another interview later in the show with FTR inside the medic room saying, we don't know if we got a partner. Right. Mark Briscoe comes walking up saying, I bled with you guys everywhere in the country. Like, I'm your man.
Do you know how disappointed I was when AEW put out the rankings and the Hardys and Mark Briscoe are on it as a trios? Because they haven't brought it.
That's disgusting.
They haven't brought it back up. And I saw Matt Hardy say that he came up with that in the moment, them being called the Brethren and being like a trios team. And I'm like,
fuck off.
And probably a lie because Matt Hardy's a fucking liar.
Sure is.
But
so then we
hopefully just a fucking manager now.
Then we get to the cage match.
Yeah.
House of Black versus FTR, and out comes Mark Briscoe.
Yep.
Mark Briscoe gets jumped. I love when it faded to black. The fire shut up in the House of Black, stomping him out on stage.
Yeah.
That was such a cool visual. Threw him off the stage through a table. They start brawling on the outside. House of Black's in the upper hand. Out comes Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
Everybody back in the ring.
With the bandage fully around his head.
What a good look.
Yeah.
Right. Dude, I thought this was
It was a lot of fun. Right. Cash doing the crossbody off the top of the cage.
Nuts.
Garcia gets mega misted in this match.
Yeah, dude, by Julia Hart, who climbed up the cage to do it. Cash taking the bump off the cage through the table on the outside to escape the cage.
Right.
Brody, when Dax opens the door and stands on the steps, and Brody does the dive, like through the cage door, hitting Dax, and then they both get escape. That was wild.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
I fucking thought this was great, man. I really did.
So, like, I love the finish. I think it was chaos. And not to bring up Dummy Dave again, hashtag Dummy Dave, but like I loathe this man. I really do. I think he's especially recently, like, has started to really show his fucking colors and intentions. But he was like, these guys won't do jobs, and that's why they're not being used. And like, I'm gonna say that's a half truth. You cannot. I don't know that I'd be convinced that Malachi is like, listen, that doesn't work for me, brother. Yeah. Which could be why they're not using him so much. Which I still think, even if he's like, that doesn't work for me, brother, I'd still put one of the better wrestlers on your roster on fucking TV. But anyway, Dave was like, they won't take a job. Or do a job. So that led to the ending of this match being the baby faces had to run away from the bad guys to win the match. And it looked like they were just retreating. And then I watched the match and I was like, I didn't see that anywhere.
No, not at all.
This is how cage matches has worked since, let me check my watch, I don't know, 1982?
Yeah.
And like, I was like, what is Dummy Dave talking about? I thought this is how cage matches
you
work.
want to talk about like good guys escaping a cage? Oh, that's a bad thing,
right?
No, they're running away from the heel. No,
they won the match.
They won the match.
I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. There's the bumps were crazy. There was absolute chaos.
Yeah.
And like, these guys all had good chemistry, had good story with Danny coming back all bandaged up.
Yep.
Like like after that match when you saw him, he was just covered in mist.
It was
like
awesome.
so great. Like, yeah, I like this match a lot.
I love like Malachi getting suckered back in by Garcia at the end, only for Briscoe to slam the door in Malachi's face.
Absolutely.
Danny to get out. Oh my god,
and
it was so awesome.
It's partially my fault because I allow Dummy Dave into my purview on social media. But like, the thing is that when he puts out one of these idiot takes, everybody fucking talks about him.
Yeah. To the point where like Brody's like, don't listen to this fucking idiot. Buddy clapped back at him.
If at
like,
any point in listen, he's a super knowledgeable dude on the history of professional wrestling. But if at any point in the last couple of years you don't look at him and realize that he's really like eating his chocolate bunny or like really sort of tarnished his legacy. He is
not an unbiased guy.
No, not at all. And seemingly he has it out for AEW a little bit now. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't want any wrestling to end, particularly now that Vince McMahon is gone. Like, I'm not like, oh, WWE should go to business. No, I want to go to fucking business. So, I was thinking about this the other day. It just popped in my brain because we haven't. JR was saying for weeks and weeks that his contract is up, and we haven't heard anything about it. Do you think WWE brings him back for talent relations in his?
Absolutely not.
You think do you think he's involved in some of this?
I don't think
you think JR got a little bit of sassafras on the side? He is
not going to step foot in this company right now.
Yeah.
No way.
You don't think so?
Let whoever's there,
you don't think they try and bring him in to be a rock and help out? No. They want to try and bring him back?
No.
Okay.
You got to get new blood.
I agree. But WWE's bad at that, so.
Well, you got to figure it the fuck out.
I agree. But anyway, I like the shit out of this match. I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
and we'll see where it goes from here. Cage matches usually end the blood feud, but I don't think that's happening here.
We'll see.
Not televised, not free TV cage matches anyway.
That's true.
Maybe you get AEW's first Heck in a Sec.
No, too similar.
So, yeah.
Dynamite.
Yes.
John Moxley, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy's had 3 televised matches in the last 2 weeks.
One of them I liked. The other 2, I'm good.
Yeah, this one, I got no notes on this one. I like Mox doing his stuff. I think this one was better than the one last week, the Swerve one where he just looked rickety. Like, he was just sore from his Great Derby match.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess Jeff complained enough. They're like, all right, we'll put you on TV.
I guess.
Limp your way through it, pal.
This results in Mox getting into it with the CML guys at ringside, and then them jumping Moxley after the match was fucking wild.
Right there, what the fuck was like Malenko and them when they
the Radicals.
The Radicals. I was calling them the Rascals, but like that's not what it is.
We're gonna call them the New Radicals.
Yes. You get what you give, brother.
Which results in the CMLL guys getting run off by the Super Killer Squad.
So like
2.0 Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal,
the new Killer Elite Squad. And that's the thing, like, I love this. Like, I think it's really cool. Like, it immediately makes the CMLL guys look tough.
Absolutely.
Jumping like your toughest dude.
Yeah.
Like, it sets up Dragon Hechichero that's happening. But, like, when I was like, oh, cool, the locker room's coming. And then I was like, where's the locker room?
Oh, boy.
Was that all that's here? And that's why I put in the Discord, I was like, is everybody still trapped on the Jericho cruise? That everybody's still trying to got steel wool in their ears to try and erase the image of Ziggy Fat Dust that was on stage. in the fucking
trying to fucking sing The Weeknd
right,
covers.
just fucking butchering every song, looking like a bag of shit.
So I saw he put it on TikTok and somebody left a comment and they said more like The Weekday. It made me laugh so hard.
And then Jericho locked the comments.
I'm sure he did.
But it's 2.0, who I like.
Yeah.
Listen, CMLL guys didn't want to taste.
No,
They didn't want to find out what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard.
They're gonna have a taste on Rampage,
Right, but then it's also CD and Matt Sydal, they've both been getting a ton of fucking airtime for whatever reason.
And I'm all set over here
I'm
on
all
that
good.
front.
I'm all good. I'm all good.
Hangman Toa Leona.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it was better than I thought.
Sure.
I will say that.
I don't have much thought on
Right,
it.
I was like, oh, good. And I like the call. I like Swerve. Obviously, he's going to pick a stablemate. I like that he picks the killer.
Sure.
You know, the never been pinned, never been submitted.
Never had a match in AEW, a singles match.
Right. That's why. I like the when he does the running hanging headbutt. Like, I like the headbutt offenses. It was better. It was too long.
It's too long.
Far too long. But I thought it was better. It was better than I expected it to be. I liked that he kicked out at like 3 1/4 after losing, keeps him a little tough. Because whatever names you want to call me, I like a good Samoan Savage kind of guy. But yeah, it not great, but better than I thought. And I did think it felt a little bit like a legitimate threat to Hangman. We knew Hangman ain't losing.
No.
But at least he didn't just dog walk a guy that Swerve picked. Like he was in peril throughout certain points in this match.
In a match where this person was not in peril, Wardlow versus Commander.
Excuse me, who?
The Wardlow.
No, excuse me, who?
I don't know. Oh, Mr. Wardlow.
Mr. Wardlow.
Fucking Dasha. Oh,
I was at the beginning of this show when they showed Dasha in the ring. I was like, oh, I was like, Dasha's here because Justin, I don't know who gives a shit, and I was like, oh, cool, good for her. Dasha's here because normally she just does Collision or whatever. I was like, that's awesome. I like Dasha. And then Mr. Wardlow.
Mr. Wardlow, Mr.
It's a
Mayhem
mistake.
Wardlow.
Whatever, it's fine.
It was funny because in the Discord everybody's like,
Yeah,
Mr. Wardlow.
Ward, Mr. Low, Mayhem.
Mr. Wardlow
Mr. Wardlow gets fucked up.
may have fucked his knee up too. So
He said he came out and said his knee's fine.
We'll see.
I mean, it's not. He won't be the first time to tell a lie.
Yeah, that's true.
But
he gets his neck.
I was more
landed
concerned
on
about the neck.
by Commander. It
was like a 450?
With like Commander's knee across the neck.
Knees from a
It gave
450 right on the throat.
It gave me vibes of when RVD crushed Triple H's throat when he hit the 5-star in that elimination chamber.
Yep.
I was like, dude, that's not good.
No. I've watched enough Steven Seagal movies to know that if you ridge hand chop somebody in the throat, they die.
Yeah.
Within seconds.
And then like Wardo does the knee corner drop thing.
Yeah.
But he hits him like in the ribs with
Yeah.
it. And then does the power bomb and like when he lifts him up on the power bomb, you see his knee kind of like just shake.
Well, and he lifted him up so fast, I was like, he's going to kill him.
Yeah.
Like, he's pissed about the throat thing.
Here comes your receipt,
He's
pal.
going to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then his knee fucking buckles.
Throat, knee, concussion.
Like, he had a rough night last night.
He did.
Fucking War Commander, beware.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Wardlow. Mr. Low.
Yeah, and because even at the end, United Kingdom gets in the ring, OC runs out and all that.
Yeah.
And Wardlow just leaves the ring.
He like punches the steps, the 300-pound steps. Yeah.
I go, oh boy, he's hurt. This isn't good. Next thing I have is Chris Jericho, Kyle
Brother.
Fletcher.
Listen, so Jericho needs to go off TV again for a couple of reasons.
Number one, because why is this feud still fucking happening?
Right.
Nobody cares.
Fletcher looks very good in this match.
I love Kyle Fletcher.
Jericho looks like a bag of shit. And one of the reasons why I see he needs to go off TV again is because, and I mean this legitimately, a year or two ago, he put on a bunch of weight. And he, like around the time of that Painmaker where he flexes and just looks like the fucking Michelin Man. And he was like, I talked to my doctors. I'm carrying a little too much weight. They're a little concerned.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Right, that's what happened. Whatever. But he's back to that size again. Like,
yeah, he's putting the weight
Joe
back
called it the
on.
boat bloat. Of course, he was just on a fucking 4-day bender on a boat in uncharted waters. Like, whatever,
wearing panties on there.
Right, wearing the shortest little tights ever.
Probably yelling at Darcy
man.
for posting that picture of him with his gut hanging off.
So she just reposted it. That wasn't her picture.
Oh, okay.
Somebody else had posted
Probably
it.
still yelled at her.
Right. But, like, she's knocking on his door in this fucking boat trip all the time. He's doing all kinds of whatevers. It's just dressed like fucking Ronald McDonald. I don't know why they thought this match was a good idea here. Like, this feud is already bullshit, and then to put this here...
It has to fucking just go away.
And then on top of all of that, I was screaming at my TV.
That he beats Kyle Fletcher?
He beats up Hobbs while beating up Fletcher.
Yeah.
Jericho, the God Killer, apparently, beats up the heavy of the Don Callis family.
And then beats Kyle Fletcher.
Like, so Hobbs comes at him, he's just like, nope, beat your ass. And I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Jericho is not that popular. Boise, Louisiana sang his song at least this time. But, like, I was like, what is he is not this fucking guy anymore. I don't think anybody thinks that he is. And, like, he runs off Hobbs and is in no peril. Like, I just was like, okay, we're good here. Like, I don't understand what the hell is going on.
I'm all set.
But what's actually going on is you are blowing 3 great guys' chances here.
I said next week
Jericho.
Takeshita needs to beat him in sub 5.
Murder him.
I just go out there, murder him, let Jericho get a little heat back, shut it down, done.
Right.
Does not need to be long.
And then,
but it fucking will be.
And then get him off TV. Do it. Have him do that. Have everyone jump him and get him the fuck off of TV for at least 3 months.
Just go away, man.
If I'm Chris Jericho, I don't want to go home either because I know what's at his fucking home. But get him off my TV.
Yeah. Next, I have Deonna versus Taya.
Listen, there's one thing I need to tell you about this entire match that matters.
Someone pissed in your seat.
Someone pissed in my seat. The match is what it is.
Dude, I had to rewind and go, I just fucking hear that.
Yep. She gets
Tony Storm is a treasure.
So the match is what it is. I've spent enough
you
time.
haven't seen Taya back on television?
I've spent enough time on this podcast railing against how she has very little wrestling ability, with some pushback from people. She stinks.
Yeah, she sucks.
She stinks. And they've given her a new coat of paint coming out with Johnny. It's garbage. Whatever.
Yeah.
And the match is what it is. Deonna's a way better wrestler.
I like the finish, the Venus de Milo.
Yeah,
it looked
with her like
gross.
bent down because I don't know if you do that to everybody, but Taya has that flexibility. But when they're confronting Tony in commentary, and she stands up and she gets like scared, like they shove her or whatever, and then she sits back down. And she says, "Somebody pissed in my seat." It's fucking hilarious.
When Deonna's like confronting her, and Tony throws her hands up like Queensberry Rule styles, and then Taya gets shoved into her. And if you listen to Tony, she just goes, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
like it was so funny. And then, they go back in the ring and just. Someone else pissed in my seat.
Yeah,
someone pissed in my seat.
Who shit my pants?
Like, who the fuck is she's an insane.
It's hilarious.
She is an insane person and one of the most enjoyable things in all of wrestling.
Yeah, all of wrestling.
And if you don't like her, you got a big fucking dump.
And they
pants,
also,
okay?
before the match, took the time to explain the tattoo for Brother Ray Deadly.
For Bully Ray.
Specifically for Brother Ray Deadly, because he's like, I don't fucking understand.
I wonder if he tweeted about it.
I don't understand what this tattoo means because I can't read context clues or pay attention to my TV over the popcorn bucket I'm currently eating out of.
What an asshole.
Yeah, what a fucking idiot. But anyway, Tony saving this segment a million times over.
Ooh, someone pissed in my seat.
Hilarious.
Main event.
Yes.
Swerve.
Samoa Joe on commentary.
Yeah, which is always great.
Yeah.
Swerve versus the whole fucking show. Rob Van Dam.
So Hangman telegraphs that on Collision or whatever when he says you have to wait the whole effing show, and we know the effing stands for fun.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning, Taz is like, "Yo, brother, I smelled something backstage.
Yeah.
I smelled that odor before. I'm very familiar with that
Taz.
smell." And then so he has, or he's not on commentary, but Samoa Joe. I think it's Samoa Joe. It might be Taz that says this on commentary. Says that RVD's kicks have done more damage to teeth than gingivitis. Great line.
Samoa Joe,
with the Samoa Joe that said that's what I have in my notes, but I wasn't sure now thinking back. But in the hardcore match, the first thing RVD does is throw a fucking chair at Swerve.
Let's go, brother.
The internet lit with RVD praise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, how is he still able to move this
RVD
good?
Fucking rules.
He's only like 10% less speed than he ever was.
Yeah.
He looks great.
I know his hair made me a little sad,
fine.
but that's okay.
Yeah, he's got to have
he can still do a rolling thunder.
He's got to have a water bottle under the ring that he can resplash on himself halfway through the match, so he doesn't get the Marv touching the faucet from Home Alone look.
Yeah,
but
dude, it's rocked.
It was really good.
I was so pumped about.
Yeah,
this
RVD
match.
rules, man. The fucking when he does the kick, the leg drop off the apron with Swerve over the guardrail, he crushes him.
It was great.
It was awesome, man. They everybody's calling for tables, and I'm like, that's not RVD shtick. You guys got to get your ECW straight.
Yeah.
People who were never even there.
Van Daminator, Van Terminator.
Right. But yeah, I like this a lot. I think it's
Already
a great
don't do tables, bro.
It's a great main event. Swerve has fun. Swerve looks good. Swerve gets the win. Nobody's ever going to discount RVD because RVD's a legit legend. I think you should fucking sign him. Get him on TV regularly.
Maybe he doesn't want to.
Maybe he doesn't want to do it. Right.
Fine.
I'm fine with that too.
Man.
But like when the locker room clears, I would much rather see RVD than Matt Sydal.
Yeah, 100%.
So.
Are you going to try to smoke drugs with RVD at WrestleMania weekend?
Is he going to be there?
I'd imagine.
I'll have drugs with. I mean, I won't have allegedly. No, I mean, I have a prescription card. I'll have it with me. I offered it to Charles Wright that time.
You and RVD.
Yeah, that's fine. If it
definitely
can me, Ed, and RVD, you might have to call Michelle.
It doesn't do a pot though.
Well, he will for RVD.
I might fucking smoke with
right?
RVD. No, I won't.
You're going to have to want to call Michelle and explain it to her and try.
I'm going to have to call Michelle.
Try and get me out of trouble.
I'm going to have to call Michelle back. Michelle, you got to come pick us all up because I just smoked weed with RVD. Right. And sorry, but
she picks up the phone. Hey, 420.
Yeah, she will beat the shit out of all of us.
She would.
But yeah, Sweeter RVD fucking rock.
Yeah,
so.
For sure.
All right, that's it for America.
That's all we got. We already did the TNMZ question of the week.
Thank you to my dogs.
It's good to see you for the Rumble, Tim.
Yeah,
we got a word. We got Terry Funk doing So you're gonna listen, but you gotta watch. You gotta watch because you're gonna hear sounds in this that you're not gonna get the full impact of without watching. But here's Terry Funk doing an impression of one of his rivals, and we'll be back after we fly to Japan.
I heard Ric Flair, and I can't believe him. He said, "You got to beat the man!" And his face turned red, a blood red, to beat the man. And his eyeballs began to bulge. He said, "I am the man." And on the 13th, on the 23rd, in Baltimore, yes, I thought he was going to have a coronary at this time. I am going to wrestle Terry Funk, and I will wrestle him. And he gets more and more and more excited, And why? Why does he get that excited? Did Beethoven? Did Bach? Did Einstein? Did Churchill have to scream and holler to make a point? No, you do, Ric Flair, because you know I am the animal. I am stalking you, and it's going to be a bloody red night in Baltimore.
Hey, we're in Japan.
We made it once again.
We have some news.
Just like Yuji Nagata and Takeshita and Brian Keith, just flying back and forth every week.
Isn't Brian Keith wrestling Eddie Kingston on Collision?
Yes.
God damn.
It's a good match.
A little piece of news before we
talk
about whatever we're going to talk about. It got announced Friday that Julia is not working the Windy City Riot show in Chicago.
Oh, right. I saw this.
Yeah. So her contract is up in March.
So that basically means they want her to drop the strapola there, and she said, that don't work for me.
That don't work for me,
I want to drop it in Japan.
Yeah. So
who was she working on that show?
Not announced yet.
So somebody didn't want to lose that strapola, too.
The idea was that they wanted her to drop because it's a New Japan Strong title.
Right.
It's kind of an American-based title.
Right.
And that's what they wanted. If my cleverness, I wonder if WWE said nope. Because it's pretty much set in stone. That's where she's going to WWE.
Right, and it would probably be to an AEW person.
Yeah, and they don't want you in America dropping the title.
Yeah.
You're dropping in Japan, they don't give a shit.
That's true. Interesting.
And like Okada, because Okada's officially a free agent now.
And he's reports are basically saying that he's pretty much a lock for AEW.
Yeah.
Because of his friendship with Matthew and Nicholas. So that's the only mention on this show we're going to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. They pretty much Okada's a done deal to AEW.
All right.
But Julia, a lot of people are saying it's a done deal to go to WWE.
Wow.
And it came out this week as well. Yeah.
How interesting is that going to be? That's so weird.
Along with, her saying, no, I'm not going to extend my dates to April.
Yeah.
My contract's up in March. We're done.
Yeah.
I don't know what show she's going to drop it on upcoming in Japan. No fucking idea. The report, and I don't know how much truth it is to this, that AEW didn't want her and didn't even inquire about her because of how stiff she is. And talking about an incident with the Willow match where she stiffed Willow in Japan.
Oh, really?
And didn't really check on her or anything.
Interesting.
Again, I don't know how fucking it's the internet.
Right.
It's probably made up.
Right.
But it is kind of strange
Yeah.
that she's going right to WWE.
Yeah.
And if AEW didn't,
Money.
but if AEW didn't make a
Yeah.
call for her, but
Listen, though,
AEW's also
Tony Khan's spending a lot of money these next couple of months.
and he's also getting people that have worked in Japan but aren't Japanese, such as Mariah May, your Megan Bain.
Megan Bain's back in the States.
Now everybody's pretty much confirming Mercedes.
Yep.
So
Yuka's supposed to be showing up soon.
she's been over here and they haven't done anything with her yet.
Is she signed officially and stuff?
I'd imagine so, yeah. Because how long ago was her go away show? That was
Yeah, that's true. Put her on
over
TV.
a month ago.
Because we haven't seen Emmy in a little bit too. Yeah, put them on TV.
Sheeta.
Yeah.
So
Cheetah was just on something.
Oh, she was on the Daily Play show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. So Julia, I wonder when she shows up to NXT.
Yeah.
If she's going to be Julia.
I mean, she's easily the best wrestler in NXT.
Oh, no doubt.
By a long
I
shot.
would love to see her Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I like Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
She's fucking good, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, we have a little wrestling to talk about.
A little bit of wrestling.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Japan,
Small amount.
it's
quiet.
still,
It's quiet.
it's quiet, which is okay.
I don't even think New Japan had a show this week.
Yeah, I think they did some local shows that
Yeah.
weren't even televised or anything.
Yeah.
So I watched.
Noah didn't have anything going on.
Nope, nothing. I watched from All Japan.
Yes.
From the New Year Giant Series Night 4. Defending the Triple Crown title, Katsuhiko Nakajima.
Yeah.
Going up against Shotaro Ashino, the master of suplex.
Oh, Master of Suplex. Okay.
Who comes out to Fuel by Metallica.
Okay.
And the master on his shirt is in the Metallica
Oh, is
font.
it? That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Okay. Good for him. That's not going to cause a lawsuit in any way.
No, of course not. Listen, it's Japan. Things are different over there. Match rocks. Nakajima is a fucking killer. I love him so much.
Yeah.
Shotaro Ashino, I'm not super familiar with. He's a master of a suplex, though. He's not, Taz. He's not Brock Lesnar with the Suplex City.
Sure.
But he still rocks. He absolutely murders Nakajima with a powerbomb in this match. Crushes him.
Yeah.
Nakajima, though, does get the win. He retains. He continues his run in All Japan Pro Wrestling and stays away from Pro Wrestling Noah because they have jack and shit going on there right now. So any All Japan that pops up, really with Nakajima, I will watch because I do love me some Nakajima. And then 2 matches from the DDT Sweet Dreams show.
Speaking of Metallica really quick, I saw a thing
Tim
the other
Load
day
sucks.
about Minnie Driver and Matt Damon, and because they're in Good Will Hunting together or whatever. I guess her role was originally supposed to be played by Matt Damon's girlfriend at the time or something. And Matt Damon's girl, because Matt Damon and Minnie Driver meet on Good Will Hunting and ended up dating. But Matt Damon's girl, the reason why he was single on Good Will Hunting was because Matt Damon's girlfriend left him for Lars Ulrich.
What the fuck?
Apparently it's true.
Jesus, that's weird. What a weird fact that was.
Yep. Sorry. I just read it the other day. Uh-huh.
So yeah, DDT ran their Sweet Dreams 2024 show from Cork and Hall. I believe we both watched 2 matches from this.
Yes.
Konosuke Takeshita versus Naruki Doi.
Yes. Very excited to watch this because of Naruki Doi. Well, because I love Takeshita, but Naruki Doi.
You're a Doi boy?
I'm a Doi boy.
Man, Takeshita, like when he comes back to DDT,
Yeah.
is just a fucking monster.
Yeah, he would be in AEW too if they let him do anything other than wrestle fat Jericho.
Yeah, he looks like a killer.
Yeah. Because he is a killer.
The one like
I
wheelbarrow.
can't wait to see him live at Mania
Oh, I
weekend.
know. The one wheelbarrow German that he
Yeah.
hits is gross. Naruki-doi look good.
Naruki-doi's fast.
Yeah.
Lots of experience over Takeshita and Naruki-doi has.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I thought he looked good. It's a short, like 11-minute match.
Which is great. You can have a great 11-minute match, people.
Absolutely. I think it was really good and enjoyable, man. I will always watch Takeshita matches pretty much anywhere.
Takeshita
Man's
is
a
the
stud.
fucking man.
Yeah, he's a stud.
And then, main event for the KOD Openweight title. The champ, Yuki Ueno, versus the challenger, Yukoya Naya. I'm not a big Naya fan.
No.
His gear is fucking horrendous.
Right.
He looks like a big washboard.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Like, he looks like he's wearing, like one of those, like, sandwich boards over his neck. Not a fan of him. Probably the best he's ever looked, though.
A lot of people talking about that when I looked this stuff up, saying this is the best Naya looked. He's leveled up a little
God,
bit.
he's got to get rid of that gear.
Right, it looks terrible.
Oh, it's so
He
bad.
looks like a beaded seat cover my dad used to have
Yes.
in his beige Volvo in the 90s.
My grandparents had the same beaded cover.
Right, it's brown and tan. It's like dark brown and tan.
Yeah, in their 90s white Chevy Corsica.
Right.
God damn. Oh, God, it's so bad. Naya, I'm just not a...
Right here. This guy right here.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I
know.
mean,
that's him.
It's him right there.
You might as well Photoshop his head on
Yeah,
it. And that's,
right. That's exactly
Naya.
what he looks like.
I'll tell you what, he uses power in this match a lot.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
It's Japanese Vance.
Get that fucking goddamn different
right.
gear, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
Get him like he's not even in bad shape, so he doesn't even be covered up that bad.
No.
Put some cool little like
Get him like the
shorties
Wardlow
on.
singlet.
Right? Yeah, and
That
just
looks
let him
fine.
fucking. Remember they did that though. Not DDT, but the same parent company in Noah. Remember Inamura, where they gave Inamura that overly complicated outfit too.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Oh, I just don't like it.
Very weird. Yeah.
But what do you think of the match?
I liked it.
I did too.
Again, Naya has improved. Lots of power stuff. Ueno is cool. We've seen him a bunch. We've talked about him a
His
bunch
selling
on the show.
is awesome.
Yeah. He's champ, so Naya doesn't win. Is it Naya?
Yeah. I like the desperation chokehold. That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just cool. Like, he's a bigger dude, so like you got to sort of fight him a different way. Like, he's a much bigger guy than almost anybody in DDT. Takeshita might match him in height, but not build.
This was definitely like David versus Goliath.
Yeah, for sure.
Even Higuchi's probably better than him as a big man.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I liked it, man. It was a fun
good.
watch. It was fun to watch. Like
we
some
watched
good
a
Japanese
lot of
wrestling
Naya
because it just hasn't been
nothing
hot
been
since
kicking
Wrestle
off.
Kingdom, really.
Yeah, but we watched a lot of Naya when we were watching something. Was there the DDT tournament or whatever a year or two ago or whatever?
Yeah.
We watched a whole bunch of him like when he just could come back. I remember like when he came back blonde because he had the darker hair before, and he's definitely improved. So, and they clearly like him. They want him to do a lot of things, probably mostly because of his size. But you can. He looks similar enough to Takayama. Just have him do that shit.
Have to be Takayama.
Right. Just copy that shit.
I do-
What's Don Fry doing? Call him up.
Yes. I do know. I think Saturday, Noah has Keno versus El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
That's
We'll definitely watch that.
appointment viewing on that one. For
Absolutely.
sure. That's probably going to be Keno's best match with this title.
Let's go El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yeah, I don't don't complain if they put that Trepo on him.
He's awesome.
That's your dude.
He's my fucking guy.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see him in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's a wrap for stuff we watched.
That's it.
Did you buy anything this week?
I did.
Whoa.
Tonight,
You sly boots.
while we were sitting here,
How dare you?
out of the old
Fucking dare you.
flea market.
Oh, the Major Pod flea market by that guy who says he hosts it, even though all you do is post a thread.
Yes.
Yes, that one.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to show you a picture of the figure that I got,
Okay.
but I'm going to tell you the price I got it for first.
Okay.
So $25 shipped
That's fair.
on card. Dude said it's been in bubble wrap since he got it, just didn't need it.
Okay. You son of a bitch.
That's right.
For $25.
25 shipped. He got it in one of those mystery boxes that Ringside was doing.
didn't
He
want
goes, I didn't want it. So 20. He said he had in there 25 shipped. It was up for like 45 minutes and nobody jumped. So I messaged him. I was like, "Is there anything wrong with it?" He goes, "It's in bubble wrap." He goes, "I didn't even take it out of the box. Like I looked at it and put it back." So it is the one of 5,000 Series 12 unrivaled John Moxley in the leather jacket with the new Mox head sculpt. It's my first Moxley. I don't have a Moxley.
Look at you!
Right, in the leather jacket.
You really did go all in on Mox. That makes me happy.
Which is like it's his most current look. It's his Japanese look. It's sort of what he does everywhere.
Yep.
And it's my first Moxley.
Fuck yeah!
Which I might open. I don't know.
Wow, you're gonna open it
for $25.
Yeah, it's $25.
$25?
Fuck yeah!
So, want to see if it says Mox on the back of the jacket? Who knows?
You can just look it up.
I could, or I could open it.
Or you can just open it.
Well, who knows?
I mean, just open it.
But there you go. So $25.
Fuck yeah.
I've been selling a lot of stuff. I've actually made this month selling like just old like Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, Sega games. That Star Wars pen. I sold the Hall and Nash bobblehead that I got when I met Nash.
Yeah.
Sold that for $45 this week. I made $1,000 this month selling shit that's just laying around in boxes that I'm not even looking at.
That's what I like to hear.
I got the pro wrestling crate. So this Mox with change, I got the Chase brawler. It paid for that, and I get a $10 tip.
Fuck yeah.
To gamble with. That's what I usually do when I got a little bit of change going around. I throw it in my gambling app.
A little opportunity business, my friend.
Otherwise, that's it. I'm really down on buying. Like I'm just not looking for a ton of stuff. I passed up that Warrior today at $28. I liked it, like holding it.
Yeah,
I was like, man, this is a really good Warrior.
Yep.
The reason why I didn't buy it is because I have the other Ultimate with the 2 belts, and like.
This is him holding Vince over a bucket.
I know.
Over the barrel.
I know, but like I don't have a particular like obviously I knew that when I got older, but like him winning the 2 belts is like an attachment that I have.
Yeah, that's the iconic.
And like even though like the deco's better on this one, it looks a little bit more like him. The tan is right, the jacket is cool, the gear is better. I was like, oh man, I have that Warrior. Like when I look at him, like I kind of remember that. And this one, I'm like, I don't have an attachment to that particular match. It's a tag match. It's all that kind of shit. So I passed it up. It was hard, but I did hold it for a little while.
Just held it in your arms.
But I was like, no, I'm good because I'm going to start clearing out some wrestling space because I'm just out of space. I got a bunch of comics I'm going to be selling and all that shit on Edward Bay. So figures are probably going to go in the major group first because I think I'll do better there. But
fuck it, why not, man?
But yeah, that's it. I didn't buy anything else this week other than paying my bills and fucking whatever else.
Bills, man.
So
keep sending those gimmicks in the mail called bills,
that's
brother.
Right.
I bought the Yokozuna Ultimate.
Okay.
I pre-ordered that.
Nice.
Because I just want it, and I think I'm changing my the way I pre-order stuff. Mm-hmm. I think I'm only gonna pre-order Ultimates.
Okay.
Ultimates and ringside exclusive stuff. Elites, if I find them, great.
Yeah.
If I don't, that's okay. Even though I really want the Sultan. And I really want Captain Will Albano. Yeah. But I also want Chase Ichiban Hogan. And we've been having legends pop up in our area.
Yes.
So it's making it a little easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, those I do want, but pre-order wise, I think I'll pre-order Ultimates just because I do like them more.
Yeah.
They're better figures.
So was this Warrior the whole Vince for Money Warrior, is that in the series of Ultimates before the Asuka? Or is that after the Asuka?
No, there's a few Ultimate Warriors. There's WrestleMania 6.
Yeah. I just mean when
WrestleMania 7.
Have I missed my opportunity to see the Ultimate Asuka in stores?
No.
It hasn't hit stores yet.
I know it's been hitting places.
Okay.
Just probably hasn't hit ours yet.
Okay. We end up seeing just about every Ultimate in our Target.
Yeah.
The Asuka I will walk home with.
The Warrior is a Target exclusive.
Okay.
Asuka's not.
Okay.
Asuka's just mainline.
Yeah. I will walk out with the Asuka.
I did see at Walmart a couple weeks ago. I had to go to Walmart.
Yeah.
What a fucking hellscape. I looked at their toy aisle and they did have the Angle Ultimate.
Okay.
and the Bianca Ultimate.
I saw
shocked.
in the pits. Then I saw the Bobby Lashley and the Bianca.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a Bobby. I thought somebody did a fig swap.
It looks great if you're a Bobby Lashley
right.
fan. I just don't
I did. I saw a fig swap in Target today too.
Did you really?
The Superman in crypto that I got the chase of that I sold on eBay. Yeah. Somebody swapped out. There's no crypto in the package, and somebody swapped it out with a real shitty Superman.
Well, I will be looking for the X-Men 97 Wave 2 in Targets when they're start popping up. So anybody, look out for me, for your boy. Still didn't buy Bishop.
Ooh.
I'm waiting for it to drop.
It'll drop somewhere.
It's still $25.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like spending $25
Right.
on Bishop.
There you go. I also bought Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 on the Switch this week. So
that reminds me, I have a Best Buy $50 gift card burning a hole in my pocket.
Nice.
Probably go buy Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I need it.
Nice.
But yeah.
Apparently Best Buy has a bunch of Ultimates in stock now too.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than that,
That's it?
that's all I got.
Okay.
That's it, dog.
I don't think I'm going to get that Yoko Ultimate.
No?
I don't think so.
You don't, not a Yoko guy?
I wasn't when I was younger. I mean, obviously, I appreciate him and I like his matches and the sort of anomaly that he was for a man of his size. But like, I don't have a particular attachment to him from my youth.
See, I do.
And if I wasn't at a room, I literally I don't have a place to put any new figure I get. Really, like my bloody Eddie Kingston is sitting on a shelf, and I haven't even opened my Terry Funk Legends because I just don't have my Terry Funk shelf is filled up. Like I have to
put
all that
the
shit.
Terry back on my work desk now that I read.
But yeah, so it's just not right now. Not a priority, but for the Yoko, but it's good looking.
Yeah,
so.
I do love me some Yoko.
Yeah.
Seeing like the Three Faces Fully stuff pop up, like people getting them is getting me a little itchy.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm like, I can hold off.
I'm gonna buy that Dude Love from
somebody. Want the Dude Love.
I'm gonna pick up that Dude Love when somebody's selling it Lucy, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
I know we talked about going to meet Mick again. I still want to do that. I want my picture with Mick.
Yeah.
I want to meet him, but I think if we do meet him, I want him to sign the book. I want him to sign his first book for me.
Oh, there you go.
Instead of a figure.
Nothing
I'm a
with
reader.
that.
I love that book. I remember reading it when it came out. Like that's like the first wrestling book that was like, holy shit.
First wrestling book I ever read.
This is an actual good book.
Yeah, I remember reading it when it came out.
Yeah, so like, and I bought that really sweet copy at that yard sale those years ago.
What a great copy.
Yeah, so I think that's what I would like to do. And then if I get the Dude Love Lucy, then I'll be compelled to open my other two Mick figures finally.
So you can have them all together.
And have them all together.
I get that.
So, and I think like when I'm clearing out my figures, like because I have a box full of that are just sitting in a box. Like I don't have room for them, and I'm not going to be that kind of guy who has them sitting. If I'm not willing to display them, I'm not going to have them.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And so one of the things that I want to do, because like to like theme it out a little bit, is like I will have a really hard time getting rid of ECW era figures.
Yeah, there's only a few.
But like I have two Bigelows, right? I have the Jacket Bigelow and I have the ECW Bigelow. I was like, do I need two Bam Bams? I love Bam Bam, right? But if I'm gonna get rid of one of those two, as much as I like the Jacket and the Flames, I might keep ECW Bam Bam just because he's ECW.
I hear that.
And then the RVD and the Terry can go there, and whatever the hell else.
Now, do you have the RVD Elite in the ECW gear?
I don't. I only have the Ultimate from which I'm counting anyway because he's holding both belts.
Yeah, you can get WWE ECW.
It's close enough.
Close enough. Nothing wrong with that.
Close enough.
You make your own rules, brother.
That's right. That's why I'm buying a what the fuck was they just made the shirt for it. The
Marcus Corvon.
Yeah, that's when they make a Marcus Corvon figure. Or a Hacky, when they make a WCW Hacky figure.
I want that shirt.
Hey, Hacky.
I kind of want that shirt.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to buy it. But god damn, it's such a cool shirt.
Absolutely.
If it was Monty Brown, TNA era,
for sure.
I would have been bought already.
I hope that Impact starts getting a little better so they can put out
they're supposed
better
to be
action
doing
figures
the
again.
Power Town. They have a deal with Power
Yeah.
Town.
Good.
Thanks to Myers.
Yeah.
Because he put that together.
Yeah, right.
Because the cello one, that failed hard.
That failed hard, yeah.
So they did the Myers.
Let's do it.
Myers put the deal
Give me a
with
Monty
TNA.
Brown. Give me a good looking Alex Shelley. I'll buy it.
Dude, that Alex Shelley that came out years ago, the Marvel one. Oh.
I look at that all the time. And I think if I can find it for a real good price, that would go.
Got it for $30.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
a great figure.
And that's peak Alex Shelley to me.
Yeah, right.
So
yep. I wanted that one specifically I keep just a light eye out for it so I can put it next to my Elite Kushida because it's close enough for being time splitters that, like, they're both.
I thought you wanted to put it next to, like, Kevin Nash.
Well, I don't have a gray-haired Kevin Nash, but, like, the Shelley's a little before and the Kushida's a little after, but they're fine. Close enough to have some time splitters in the house.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Get out of here?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been We Need Wrestling. You can find us online at WeNeedWrestling.com. You can email the show at WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com. We're on every single podcatcher you can possibly imagine. And
we're around.
And if we're not on your podcatcher, I don't know how you're listening to this, but email us and tell us what podcatcher we should figure the fuck out.
Sure, if there's even any left.
Check us out on the YouTubes.
Yes.
That video goes up as soon as it can, along also with our Terry Funk videos. If you want to see the promo that you hear on this show every week, check out our YouTube page.
This one, please check out.
Terry's one of those guys. Terry's made for TV, so like a lot of Terry stuff you need to.
He's very visual.
I almost for this week, which we can pick in a different week, was a promo from him from '76. Him and Wahoo when Terry's NWA champ, and Wahoo's like, "You never beat me," and whatever. But there's no video; it's just audio.
Nothing wrong with that.
But then I found this one that we played today, and I was like, "That's
unhinged.
It's a home run."
Yeah.
We're a proud member of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on social media. Although I did see, it wasn't the Soon to Be Named Network one. At Odds got flagged today. Looks like, remember it was the Soon to Be Named Network.
Soon to Be Named Network.
Yeah, it got flagged today on Twitter for a picture of Angela from Marvel Comics and Marvel Snaps or whatever. I think maybe they're just have it out for Joe. But
I think they made him send him a selfie a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. That's because they just wanted Spank Bank material. But soon to be named network at STBN Network on all the social media, maybe. Soon to be named network.com, soon to be named network.tumblr.com. All of our friends are there. Everyone we took a group photo, which I should put out. On at the Rumble.
It was a fun group photo.
It was a fun.
We didn't have everybody, but
no, but it was almost. Fun. We'll have to. We'll get a smaller one the next pay per view, and I'll Photoshop some people in. Yeah. But so.
What a fun fucking time!
It was
Saturday,
a great time,
man.
But the Final Wrestling Place,
everybody was here.
Everybody had a blast.
Good vibes.
Yeah,
the best.
Almost everybody. Todd won't hear this. Tatum almost fought Todd, but anyway.
Oh boy,
Todd knows he pushes buttons. It's what he likes to do. But check out our friends Final Wrestling Place,
My guy.
Long Box Heroes After Dark, At Odds with Wrestling, our other show Wings on Wings, Puzzle Warriors 3, Profane Argument, Hayabusa if it ever comes back.
Sure.
Just check out the network. There's a lot of good people. Check out their Patreons. Check out their TeePublic stores. I swear I'm going to get us a store again at some point with some new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, right? That's everything.
That's it.
Well, until next week, thanks for listening. And God, I can't imagine there being any bigger news next week, but I guess we'll see.
Who knows? Go read comics.
Oh, jeez.
Because I do now.
Fucking nerd.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Oh no, it's Judy Stoker.